Yo. What's good, everybody? What's good, man? What's good? We are back for another one. So we got the Broncos and the Niners tonight. Sunday night football, man. Sunday night football. I definitely wished I could have went live a little earlier today. A little tied up. Had some personal things to take care of. I definitely missed a great Eagles game. The Eagles win against Carson Wentz and the Commanders. Defense definitely showed up and showed out again. Very impressive. Secondary looked good. And what I'm hearing was that man, the pass rush was excellent. You know, the old timers, Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham was getting at it. So um definitely should definitely is probably gonna be something I go back, and watch, in its entirety, especially the coaches tape on NFL Plus. But yeah, man. Then we had 4 o'clock game that I was watching before I logged on here. Packers, Buccaneers, back and forth game as far as the defense is concerned. Defense has definitely stepped up. Brady had a final chance to win it, not to win it, but to tie it up with a 2-point conversion, incomplete. So it was definitely a good game. But yeah, man, fantasy football teams aren't doing too well. I'm pretty much got a win in one of my leagues, and I think I'm gonna take two elbows in my other two leagues. So it is what it is. But we can go ahead and hop into the game audio. But first and foremost, please like the video. If you like the content, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I've been posting a lot of shorts. You guys have been loving the shorts. I definitely appreciate that. So I'll keep pumping them out. But yeah, man. So we here Broncos, uh 49ers. I definitely got the Broncos winning this one. I don't foresee Russell Wilson, not being able to bounce back after 3 games. So I definitely got him having a big game and his offense having a big game, especially in Denver. Jimmy Garoppolo coming back, I really see him having one of them Jimmy Garoppolo stinkers that he always known for dropping out there every once in a while. So I got the Broncos winning by 7. George Kittle is coming back, so we'll see. We'll see how effective he is in the pass game. But yeah, man. So that's what I got. I got Broncos by 7. Let me say 27-7. So we're gonna go ahead and hop into the game audio. But like I said, please like the video, like the content, subscribe, check out the shirts I've been dropping. I'm gonna try to drop them more consistently. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Lots of friends and lots of memories, all flooding
And
back.
let me know in the
They
chat
always do.
what the audio
That's part
sounds
of the
like.
fun of watching the next
Definitely let me
generation.
know what the audio
Nights
sounds
like
like.
this, they just remind you
I'm
why
gonna go
you love
ahead
the
and
game.
add the link to the chat. If you guys wanted to come up and talk, live, definitely just hit the link in the chat. We can go ahead and just go ahead and chop it up. Either about this game or
Jimmy
the
Garoppolo
game
told
that
us that he was
games
jacked
earlier
up when
today.
he came in for an injured Trey Lance and got the win last week, and that his emotions are high because he never thought he would be in this position. The past 8 months have been quite the ride for him. Last season, when he lost the NFC Championship game to the Rams, it seemed like Garoppolo had played his last game as a 49er. But in March, he had surgery on his throwing shoulder, which cooled the trade market and kept him out of action all off season.
They definitely had plans on getting rid of Jimmy if they could.
After practicing on his own for a month, he restructured his
for his coach, Kyle Shanahan, who grew up here, won a state title as a player at Cherry Creek High School, and his opposite number tonight is Nathaniel Hackett, who's also a second-generation coach. His dad, Paul, was head coach at Pitt, USC, longtime NFL assistant as well. Nathaniel, the offensive coordinator with Green Bay the last 3 years.
Hey, let me know if anything is glitching on my end, too.
Brandon McManus, last one left
I
for the
hope
Broncos
not.
Super Bowl 50 win. We'll kick it off, and Ray McLeod is the return man for San Francisco.
All right, here we go.
Haven't seen a cloud all weekend. Beautiful weather tonight in Denver.
San Fran get the ball first.
directional kick takes McLeod to the 2. They try to come across and barely gets back to the 10-yard line.
Good defense.
The initial hit came from Aaron Patrick, who was cleaned up
That's
by
the way
the
to
rest
start
of the special teams. And here comes the 49er offense.
Jimmy Garoppolo, Eastern Illinois. Jeff Wilson Jr., North Texas.
Kyle Juszczyk, Harvard.
Brandon
Kyle
Ayuk, Arizona
Juszczyk.
State. Debo
That boy
Samuel,
a beast.
University of South Carolina.
George Kittle, Titan University.
Trent Williams, University of Oklahoma.
Aaron Banks, Notre Dame. Jake Prendle, UCLA.
Spencer Burke, UTSA.
Mike DeBucci, Notre Dame.
Very good tackles and very good to get George Kittle back in the lineup. Missed the first 2 weeks with a groin injury. Place rocking. Drive starts from the 10. And Jeff Wilson runs to the right. He'll only gain 2 yards. So Jimmy Garoppolo, first 3 years in New England. He
49ers definitely got to go ahead and get the run
San
going.
Francisco in 2017. Here are the numbers from last year. 15 starts, a similar number to 2019 when he led the Niners to the Super Bowl. Of course, last week, the Trey Lance injury in the game against Seattle, and he was thrust into that game after having no training camp, no preseason action. And the Niners went on to the win.
Play action.
2nd and 8, Garoppolo's first pass. He'll throw it to the left side, and Deebo Samuel has it as a powerful receiver, sometimes running back.
First down.
It's first down out to the 25-yard line.
Okay.
A little bit of what you get with Jimmy Garoppolo. He looks deep, he checks it down, and why not? Deebo Samuel, who did everything last year, led the NFL in yards per catch, and you can see why. They weren't all deep balls. Just get him the football and let him do this. Cornerbacks want no piece of this guy. And Jimmy Garoppolo, he loves it.
8 of 13 for the 25-yard
Oh,
line.
good hit.
On the ground.
Good hit.
Samuel, who's
Good
going to
hit.
have to run a little bit more. Minimal gain there. Here's the Denver defense.
This Denver defense is serious.
The Ohio State University.
DJ Jones, Ole Miss.
Deshaun Williams, Clemson. Bradley Chubb, North Carolina State. Josie Jewell, Iowa. Jonas Griffin, Indiana State.
Randy Gregory, Nebraska.
Pat Surtain II, Roll Tide.
Kareem Jackson, Alabama.
Taylor Stearns, Texas.
Ronald Darby, District of Columbia.
I love it. They're missing all-pro safety Justin Simmons. Second game out, quad injury. Fake to Juszczyk. Garoppolo throws. Deflected in.
Good defense. Good defense, Patrick Surtain.
The terrific corner battling Brandon Ayuk. It's incomplete.
That boy Pat Surtain is serious.
One of the great things you get is protection with this offense because everybody has to play the run against San Francisco. So you get the defensive line moving sideways, and a lot of it's going to come down now on the back end. Can guys like Patrick Surtain make plays like that? That was beautifully covered.
Definitely good coverage. Definitely good coverage.
Rush time with Bradley Chubb and Randy Gregory.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9.
You put Jimmy in a bad spot. 3rd and 9. Like I said, man, deflection.
DJ Jones, who came over from the 49ers and was jacked up to play his old team, helps force him off the field.
In the times that I've seen Garoppolo play, it is this defensive style that can work against him. Get some pressure up the middle and get your hands up in the air. You think back to the Super Bowl as well. It's that inside pressure a lot of times that can make a difference.
Mitch Wishnowsky, the punter for San Francisco. And Montrell Washington, rookie receiver, back deep to receive. Kickers love coming here as visitors. The altitude.
Good hunt.
Deep kick.
Good hunt.
It'll hit out of bounds.
Up to the 30.
45 yards, and the Broncos take over right around their 30. So first down picked up by the Niners. They do no more with it. They go back to the drawing board. And the Broncos on the field when you come back.
All right, so 49ers, short drive, 1 first down, couldn't convert on 3rd and 9, so they had to punt it away. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at Russell Wilson. We did a Russell Wilson game, actually the first Monday night game of the actual year. Who did he play? The Seahawks in Seattle. And, we had that terrible clock management by the Broncos coach. And taking a 64-yard field goal attempt in Seattle, which was crazy. But Yeah, they haven't really been looking. The offense hasn't really looked in sync, lately. Well, since they all got together this season. So, like I said, I definitely got it to where Russell Wilson is going to go ahead and change some things around. I'm definitely sure ownership got with the coaching staff and told them they need to make some adjustments because that issue was looking terrible. It was looking real bad, for Denver as far as their offense. That's all they really needed all these past couple years was an offense and a quarterback specifically because the defense has been phenomenal over the years. But they I don't know what's going on with this coach. He may not be ready to actually be a head coach. Too many responsibilities, all while trying to call the plays. So I definitely got them. I definitely got the Broncos turning things around and showcasing what they got going on Sunday night. As far as the 49ers, you're gonna get the same old Jimmy G. He makes some good plays. He give away some plays. That's just who Jimmy G is. Trey Lance, hopefully, he get a speedy recovery. He broke his ankle, so he's out for the year. So it's pretty much gonna go back to the same offense that we all know. Run, 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 some play action. Jimmy G hitting the flats, hitting open guys, hopefully. So we'll see what happens.
Make every moment more. By Pods Moving and Storage, trusted with more than 6 million moves. And by Royal Caribbean, come seek the Royal Caribbean. This is Cherry Creek High School. They beat Regis Jesuit about 13 miles from the stadium here to improve to 4-1. Why is that school significant? They were the champs. You see 1996. Who was on that team? Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, man.
He's back in the town he went to high school in. Right now his defense is on the field against Russell Wilson and the Broncos offense. First play, and they'll swing it out to their good back, Javonte Williams.
Short little 2-yard game.
All over it. Let's meet the Bronco offense.
Russell Wilson from a whole pack of bats. Javonte Williams, North Carolina. Jerry Judy, Alabama.
KJ Hamler, Penn State.
Courtland Sutton, SMU. Albert Okwuegbunam, Missouri.
Garrett Bowles, Utah.
Dalton Reisner, Kansas State University.
Lloyd Cushenberry, LSU. Graham Glasgow, Michigan. Cameron Fleming, Stanford.
Good defense.
And that line not able to clear a path.
Good way to stuff that. Good defense.
On the run by Javonte Williams. It'll be 3rd and long coming up for Russell Wilson.
3rd and long already.
Pretty here in the first couple of games. Chris alluded to it at the start, getting used to a new system.
59% completion, 559 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's terrible.
Against the pressure, he escapes for the moment, completes it, but Jerry Judy gets as the ball.
His defense swarming around.
What a huge hit.
This defense swarming around, man. 3 and out for the Broncos already.
3 and out for this Denver offense.
Already.
Swarming animals out there of this defense. They disrupt with that front line, and watch Mosley come flying up off the edge, and Judy just had to sort of duck for cover there. So 2 strong defensive starts here for both these teams.
The kind of way we thought it might be here tonight. We've seen
3 and out
in the early
already.
going. Corliss Waitman, only 13 punts in his NFL career. Ray McLeod back to receive.
Good punt.
Big kick. McLeod's got one here from the 21. Trying to get to the edge, and his return is only 5 yards to the 26. And that's where San Francisco's
good way to cover that up.
Second possession will take over. Special teams tackle by Alex Singleton. The Rockies, the outdoors. Picture perfect Sunday night in Colorado.
All right, so a quick 3 and out for the Broncos, man. That was a terrible 3 plays. I mean, just terrible. Why not just come out and just establish the run? I mean, you got a dominant run O-line. We seen that when they played the Seahawks, man. Just go ahead and run the ball. Same foolishness going on. Same foolishness. So we'll see if they can go ahead and adjust, But now you give, that Jimmy G led offense another opportunity. He could definitely make some things happen. So don't just give him multiple opportunities, and leave your defense out there stranded. We'll see. I was talking about it before. We're definitely going to be taking a look at that Eagles Commanders game later on in the week. I got to do something with it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we got to do something with that Eagles Commanders game. We got to look back at it. I might either live stream, me watching the tape, the all 22 tape, the coach's tape on it, or you might just watch the compressed version of the game, because that was the beatdown. When I was coming back from gun safety training today, I was looking at the highlights on the halftime show while I was on my way back, and man, just I think I saw in the third quarter, the Eagles had 300 passing yards, and the Commanders had 16 or 17 passing yards. Up to the third quarter at that point, that's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with Carson. I'm a Carson fan. I know their receiving core is really good, but we gotta take a look. I need to know what that O-line was doing. They give up 9 sacks. That's ridiculous. Stay tuned for that. Definitely hit the bell notification. I'm gonna definitely go ahead and drop something on that.
Drive 2 for the 49ers, starting from their own 25-yard line. And Garoppolo gets 5 out in the pass.
Good pass, Jimmy.
And it's Brandon Ayuk with a gain of nearly
Good
20.
pass, Jimmy. I like that pass.
45-yard line.
So the 49ers come out in the first drive and they play run. They load it up, tight ends, fullbacks, everything. They come out and spread it out this time and now create some space in the middle of the field for Brandon Ayuk. And the protection absolutely perfect for Jimmy Garoppolo.
Ayuk came on the end of last year, ended up with 56 catches, a second-round pick back in 2020. Good run up the middle.
Good run. Good run. Good run.
Cuts it to the outside.
Good run.
Brings him down inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. So Jeff Wilson Jr., the man's got to carry the load here with a 38-yard gain.
Yeah, you're going to get the 5-down look that Denver likes to play. But this offense is going to create so many cutback opportunities that if you get picked off on the backside of it, and that time it was George Kittle getting
wide
just
open.
enough of the backside to allow that cutback.
Holes
and here
wide
go
open.
the 49ers doing what they do best, which is run the football.
5th year in the league out of North Texas, longest run of Wilson's career. Now he's at the top of your screen. Backfield emptied out for Garoppolo across the middle.
George Kittle.
Bang on.
This first catch.
George Kittle, but he hangs on.
I think this is first game back
catch
too.
of the year.
Yep.
It's the first 2 games with the groin injury suffered in practice before week 1.
And anytime you overload to one side, you're going to leave Kittle some space in the middle. And this is just so easy, right? This is so much the personality. Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, the catch, the Yak brothers. They just take great pride in that, right? You're not bringing us down.
Look at the false start.
Second one, Wilson to the left side as we pulled down.
First down, though.
First down. That'll be first and goal for San Francisco at the 8-yard line. Josie Jewell, who's back in the lineup for the Broncos, made the tackle. This Denver defense, good start in the early portion of the season in the red zone to tack on the good numbers they've had the prior 3 seasons.
It's almost like having 9 offensive linemen out there for San Francisco. All these receivers block so well.
First and goal.
New defensive coordinator was
At the 9.
college
Or at the
teammates
8.
with Nathaniel Hackett. From the 8,
Wide
swinging
receiver
at
screen.
Deebo Samuel on the edge, inside the
To
5,
tackle.
and powerfully to the 3-yard line to set up second and goal.
Here they go. Jimmy G special.
And what Deebo
Dinking
tells us,
and
he
dunking.
said, yeah, I like running slants and other routes, but anytime
There they
I
go,
hear that
dinking and
quick
dunking.
screen out there, that wide receiver screen, I get a little smile on my face. So maybe defenders can start looking for that. If he's smiling, watch out for the quick screen. He loves that play.
We had a chance to visit with him. He requested a trade in April. That didn't happen. Deal finally got done at the end of July. 3 years, $71 million. So difficult to stop in the backfield or as a receiver. The throw to Ayuk inside, touchdown. Samuel leading
Another
the way.
wide receiver screen.
Ayuk comes inside of him. And Brandon Ayuk with the touchdown grab, and San Francisco scores first.
That's ridiculous. Already. Denver goes 3 and out. You come out in the defense. 5-6 plays, you up a touchdown.
Just an automatic when you get this. You're going to pick the inside guy, and there's just nobody left. They're in there with 2 guys, and basically one receiver could pick both of them. Easy read, nice read that time by Garoppolo to see that so easily.
Veteran Robbie Gould, the oldest kicker in the league at 39. Feeling good, put a lot of work into his physical condition in the offseason, knocks the extra point through. You get 5 touchdowns last year. Forms a formidable 1-2 on the outside with Samuel. They get the first score of the night.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. I tell you, excuse me. Denver better do something. Denver better do something on that offense and answer this touchdown, because that was too easy. That was too easy. It's almost like the defense is saying, here we go again. And that drive, it was like there was no resistance. Big run plays, big time throw, by Jimmy G on that drive. Just 2 wide receiver screens, real easy reads. Y'all didn't pick them up. This gonna get ugly. I got, half dinner going on right now. Let me know how y'all fantasy teams did this week. I told y'all I might go 1-2 in 3 of my fantasy teams, 3 of my fantasy leagues this week. So it ain't looking too good for me right now. I might be able to squeak out one more and go 2-1, but it's not looking good. I might go 1-2 this week.
And moved on with SoFi checking and savings. Now I get up to 2.0% APY on all my money and pay no account fees. Feels good to get my money right.
Banker disqualified.
Break up with bad banking. Get 2.00% interest and earn up to $300 when you set up direct deposit. SoFi, get your money right.
So playing from behind, it's been a story early this year for Nathaniel Hackett. Turns 43 in December, his first time as a head coach. Offensive coordinator with Green Bay and Jacksonville, Buffalo, in college at Syracuse. He was on Doug Marrone's staff for those last 3 stops. As a head coach with first-year coordinators, they've had some growing pains, which we'll detail here as we go through. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 25. Let's go back to the touchdown, bring in Terry McCauley, our rules analyst. Terry, what about offensive pass interference and blocking downfield?
It was indeed offensive pass interference, Mike. It's illegal to block more than a yard downfield, and the receiver clearly does that. He engages the defender more than a yard before the ball is touched by the receiver. This should have been offensive pass interference.
Of course, it's that gray area because it's 1-ish, right? And it's so bang-bang.
Yeah, and as a receiver, you really have to act like you're trying to run some kind of route. He was pretty obvious with it.
7-0, San Francisco leads. Javonte Williams remains the back behind Russell Wilson. And Williams runs inside.
Good run, the 4-yard run. That's all you need, man.
Chris, I brought up the issues of time management, clock management, the Monday night opener in Seattle, last week here against Houston. That's Jerry Rossberg, who spent a couple of decades or thereabouts as a special teams coach, was an associate head coach with Baltimore. He's been brought in this week to help manage the game management situation.
That's
allow
ridiculous.
Hackett to remain the play caller.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
2nd and 7.
The coach can't manage the clock.
And Wilson tries a back shoulder throw here, incomplete, as Courtland Sutton tried to come back.
Another 3rd and long, 3rd and 7.
Defense.
Samson Abraham, Eastern Washington.
Javon Kinlaw, JC, Kevin Gibbons, Penn State, Nick Bosa, The Ohio State University,
Azeez Al-Shaair, the FAU.
Fred Warner, BYU, Greg Greenlaw, Arkansas.
Emmanuel Mosley, Tennessee. Talanoa Hufanga, USC.
Deshaun Gibson, Dallas Kimball High School.
Charvarius Mooneyman Ward, Macomb High School.
So it'll be a killed play here as the offensive line reacted to the movement off the edge by Samson Ebicom.
Neutral zone infraction, defense number 56. This 5-yard penalty, it's still third down.
So it'll be third down. Chris, we saw the defense. We should point out Eric Armstead is not in there. Let's go back to the point with Nathaniel Hackett and the decision he made to bring somebody in from the outside this week, week 3.
We've seen a lot of head coaches over the years who would say, after taking some criticism in the first couple of games, we'll get it figured out. I got this. Leave us alone. And he said, let's try to fix the problem. And then he went back to what he does best, which is call the plays.
32 with Melvin Gordon in there. And the throw.
Come on, Wilson. Wilson, that was low.
Could not find him.
That pass was low.
Start to react. They booed this team and were on them last week. 3 and out again.
Going to come right in here, and I looked like some kind of a little hot read, but the timing, you could tell Russell's arm, he kind of started to throw it and had to hold on to it for a second and went right in the dirt.
That's a bad look, man. Already. Another 3 and out.
In the first couple of games on offense.
Another 3 and out.
Punt number 2 for Corliss Waitman. Ray McLeod all the way back to the 11-yard line. Space to take off. And Ray we pull down.
Don't run backwards, man.
Nice tackle by Alex Singleton. And we're back in 30 seconds after this from AWS.
You can't have but so many 3 and outs, man.
A game of inches.
They don't look good at all.
No, it's a game of millimeters. AWS machine learning and AI cover every angle, streaming 300 million data points in real time because the data tells us all even 1 millimeter can make all the difference. And if AWS can do that for the NFL, imagine what it could do for your business.
Sun just setting, temperature in the upper 70s. First Niners trip here in 8 years. 15th regular season meeting between these two franchises who combined for 15 Super Bowl appearances. Halfway through the quarter, third drive for the Niners, starting at their own 19. Now Juszczyk in motion to go
Good
around.
pass. Good play, Jimmy. Good play. 16-yard pass.
Out to the 35-yard line and a first down with a tackle by the Broncos, Nick Benito.
A little different look here for the Broncos with 2 linebackers in here playing the run. So they're going to try and hit this area right in here behind.
Exactly.
Instead of a nickel defense, you got those linebackers playing downhill now, trying to take away the big runs.
Kyle
That's
Shanahan
what happens
be
when Jeff
dialing it
Wilson
up.
breaks one off for about 50.
That's a great play design.
GT looks pretty good for a guy who
Jimmy 6 for 8, 66 yards and a touchdown.
For OTAs before that, Debo lines up in the backfield and runs to the right flag down. A limited gain as
Good
it
defense.
was.
Way to get
Red
there.
alert, 19 in the backfield. Go get them. DJ Jones, Draymond Jones. Half a dozen guys in blue there for the stop. And then we'll check the flag. Sean Hockley, the referee.
I missed my weekly haircut today, man. So I'm out here looking
There
rough.
is no foul on the play. It's second
I'm out
down.
here looking rough,
All right,
people.
So with that, Melissa, start.
Corners coming up.
With Garoppolo's
Oh, what you gonna
surgeon,
say?
Dr. Neil Elatrosh, who repaired the tear.
Hopefully
in
I
the
get back on there
backside of his
tomorrow.
throwing shoulder.
On
It
the
is a
schedule,
rare
not
injury
tomorrow,
for
next week.
quarterbacks. He told us he didn't give Garoppolo the green light to throw with velocity until the end of July. And Garoppolo said that this rehab was almost worse than his torn ACL in 2018 because as a quarterback, you're always thinking about your shoulder.
And now he comes in with very little time with his offense. Has to time up all the throws, too. It's been a huge adjustment for a good run here by Jeff Wilson. Could have been stopped back behind the play. Gets out past the 40-yard line with third and a long 4 coming up. So, Chris, here he was in training camp. You're not part of the team. You're over there on the other field throwing to trainers and other guys.
And they didn't even give him a playbook.
No.
I mean, that's how far gone he was, or they all thought that he was going to be. And then at the end of the year, a starting job really didn't open up. And so Kyle Shanahan sort of floated out the idea, well, we can't pay you more than Trey Lance, but we could make you a deal, and Jimmy accepted it.
False start.
3rd and 4, and the flag is down.
Number 74.
Saw the movement up front as it got loud here, and if it's on Denver, it'll be a 49er first down.
Before the snap, false start. Offense, number 64.
Oh, 64.
It's 3rd down.
They got that wrong. It's 74.
Long, Jake Brendel. So he comes to this team now
He is right.
after Trey Lance is
64.
out. And that interior, the 2 guards in the center, pretty new in front of him.
Yeah, he said 64. He meant 74. Spencer Burke.
That's what I thought. I thought it was 74.
Early, but now you have the advantage if you are the Denver Broncos. Now they get to unleash their best, which is their pass rushers, Bradley Chubb and Draymond Jones and Randy Gregory. And they need to make a play right here. This offense on Denver needs some help.
And this is stopped. Moving the ball to the left hash. It was over on the right hash. And that'll give the fans more of a chance to rile up again. And Jimmy Garoppolo just looked over to Kyle Shanahan and said, give me a play. Let's get another play back in here. They came out of the huddle, Chris, 5 and 55. Chubb and Gregory were on the same side, and they're heading that way again. We'll do it on the left side together. Yeah. Defense is left.
What kind of defense is this?
3rd and 9.
Oh, they got him. Good defense. Good defense.
Linebacker Josie Jewell was part of the pressure.
Good defense. Good way to dial it up.
And after a first down, the Niners will punt it away.
So we saw a little bit of this Super Bowl time as well. You get 3 over here. So what happens is it means one-on-one for the backside linebacker, this time against Kyle Juszczyk. Early pressure on that side by Chubb.
Yeah, he held up.
Able to clean it up.
Healthy Bradley Chubb is so much better for this team. It's Wisnowski to kick it.
Good punt. Man, good punt.
And Washington lets it go, and it'll go all the way.
Good way to let it go.
For a touchback. Get me away from that ball, please. Well, the penalty made it 3rd and 9, and the Broncos got after Jimmy G. We got the Niners off
That's
the
a
field.
good job, man. I'll be right back, family. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. You know, you got to give the kids the dishes before they start washing them. But they'll act like, you know, they're not entitled to wash them. I think that lighting look a little better right there. I think I'm gonna get like some color lighting in the back. It's like lighting the back wall up. You know, more intimate type of setting. So we'll see what happens. I think I like this. I think I like this lighting setting right here.
Well, we talked about Nathaniel Hackett, the new head coach of the Broncos. His dad, Paul, over 4 decades as a college and professional coach, also some time with the Niners and out of the Bay Area. UC Davis, exactly. was a long snapper. Got pre-med for a little bit, then got to the football stuff. As we mentioned, worked with Doug Marrone in 3 spots at Syracuse, Buffalo, and Jacksonville in the last 3 years. So I'm Matt LaFleur's staff, the offensive coordinator for the Packers. And there is Paul Hackett, who was 42, like his son is right now, when he got the head coaching job at Pittsburgh. It's a pitch back to Melvin Gordon, who powers
Good run. You take that. Good run.
4 yards.
Just run the ball, man. Make it real simple.
So perfectly in the open. It's not an automatic fit when you try to meld a great quarterback like Russell Wilson and your system. It takes a little time.
Well, you think about some of the greatest plays you've seen from Russell Wilson. What are they? He gets back about 10 yards. He scrambles around a little bit, and he finds somebody way down the field. Probably one of, if not the best deep ball thrower in the game. Yet this is a little bit more ball control with the passing game.
Jordan tries to run, and that is a very talented safety who's had 2 good games.
Gain of the yard.
Second year out of
3rd and
USC.
5, man.
He is all over the tape.
Another 3rd and long. 3rd and 5.
He sure was. So many times that I started saying, who is number 29? He was making every single play, and they are just setting him up. He is training with, and it may not surprise you, Troy Polamalu. You've got the hair, you've got the style of play. We've seen Polamalu do crazy things, making plays in the backfield, and now his protege the same.
8 plays,
3rd and 5.
11 yards. Fans are going to get on the Broncos if they don't pick up the first down.
They don't convert this. They're going to start snapping.
35, and Wilson throws into
Come on, Judy.
On the flag there, Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. Ball may have been
Another 3 and out.
PI, and it's 3 straight 3 and out.
Another one. Wow.
Ball was tipped.
Yeah,
out,
another
but
tip.
It looked like Jeudy still almost came up with the play. But again, that's Mosley, who's had a great start to this game, all over that in coverage.
Another tip
so
pass, man.
We have not seen a breakout play.
Another
by one
3
of these
and out.
outstanding receivers of the Broncos yet.
And it's sad.
Corliss Waitman for the 3rd time. Good rush up the middle. Almost got to
Good punt.
Waitman. His 50-yard punt is caught by Ray McLeod.
Good punt. I like that. Good punt.
125 to the other 25. Downtown, lower downtown. Great time to be in.
Say these 3 and outs, they make the stream hard because they go to commercial every damn 2 minutes, you know. But another tip pass by the San Francisco D line, another 3 and out for Denver, 3rd 3 and out, 3 straight 3 and outs. You heard what they said, man. 9 plays for 11 yards. It's piss poor. You know, every time they get on the field, they run the ball first down, get about 4 or 5 yards, and they can't complete 2 passes after that. I don't know what they're going to be doing as far as this. I don't know what they worked on all week to come out and to give you, 3 straight 3 and outs. That's piss poor. I know the receivers are frustrated. I know they're frustrated. You worked all this week, they think there's going to be a change, and you go 3 and out 3 straight times.
Back. This is Deebo Samuel last year, 5th in receiving yards, 10th in rushing touchdowns, but yards per scrimmage touch, 13, most in NFL history. But now where's Waldo? Where did we find him, Chris?
He's lined up everywhere. You would think wide, but no. In the slot. All right, how about running back? And the funny thing
definitely
was, he
use
went
Debo
back
like
and
where's
visited with some
Waldo.
of his friends in the offseason and basically
They
said,
definitely do a great
"Can you
job
believe I'm
of
still getting away
utilizing
with
them.
this stuff? Doing the same thing I did in high school."
Couldn't stop him there. Didn't stop him much at South Carolina. Doing pretty darn well here in the NFL. Drive forward for the Niners, starting at the 25.
Good defense. Good defense. Good defense.
Yards on that one. And that's Josie Jewell, who, as we mentioned, was out.
This defense is
injury.
flying,
He's
man.
come
It's a
back and had an
daggone
impact in this
shame.
first quarter.
Offense need to go ahead and do him a favor.
Bring K'Wan Williams over here off the edge and just play with one linebacker, and it works beautifully this time. Get the early pressure, pull the fullback out of the way, and Josie Jewell, welcome back.
After the loss of one, Garoppolo scans and throws.
Good pass. Good pass. Good pass, Jimmy.
Across the 40, they'll mark him at the 42-yard line, a gain of 18.
Jimmy hitting them right in his zones. He hitting
This
them
is
right in his zones.
where he is best. These little in cuts, the no fear zone, as you would call it. You go inside, you don't know how you're going to get hit. You don't know by whom you're going to be hit.
Exactly.
You just know you're going to be hit. And he does not care. He's built like a tank.
Absolutely.
The 42 pitch back, and is Wilson left for about 3 yards. I'm glad you said it's a perfect description. When we met with him yesterday, walked in there, he's just so powerful and big and strong, and takes that with that
He's
fearlessness
definitely a
to go
big
in the middle
man.
and go
Debo, a
deliver
big
the blow.
man.
Yeah, and that
Solid,
time you got
too.
to see a little bit of his blocking ability. But he's such a fun, charming guy, right?
Yes, yeah.
You go, he can't possibly be that nasty. Then you just watch him crack back on that play. And go, yeah, he's that nasty.
Looks in the back again. 4 on the last run. Again, about 3 on this
Good run.
one.
Good run.
Back down to set up a
Third
down.
and-
Randy Gregory,
third and
former
3.
Cowboy in on the tackle.
3rd and 3,
Yeah,
not
the
too
one thing
bad.
Kyle Shanahan is worried about, though, is he has almost no depth whatsoever at the running back position. And so he would love to get into some of these two-back sets, but he doesn't want to put Deebo Samuel back there all the time, and he doesn't want to run Jeff Wilson all the time because he just doesn't think physically he's going to be able to hold up to that kind of carry load.
Wilson's out. Jordan Mason,
3rd and 3.
undrafted rookie out of Georgia Tech,
I see something.
making his debut just before the play clock expires. Garoppolo across
Good
the middle,
defense.
incomplete. Trying to
Pat
get it back
Surtain.
to you, and Pat Surtain
Pat Surtain.
there on the coverage. Very
Way to
strong
step up.
Rookie season.
Way to
and
step up.
rising on the list of best corners in the NFL.
Way to step up.
Deebo Samuel would have had a touchdown. Garoppolo just did not look this way. The Broncos completely
Oh.
blew the coverage. Nobody there. He would have strolled into the end zone, but Garoppolo was looking left.
He had him. It was one of those
So
Jimmy
Montrell
moments.
Washington, that speedster's back there. Rookie out of Samford.
They kicked away from him the first time. Didn't even keep it on the field.
Goes on the 10 as Wisnowski kicks it. Run to fake the catch. Wisnowski killed that perfectly.
Nice.
6-yard line.
Good punt.
Ideal 45-yard kick. Well, next Sunday night, we go to Tampa. And we see
Chiefs and
two
Bucks.
of the marquee names in the NFL head-to-head. And you guys,
We will be.
we're gonna
We
looking
will
for a
be
get
there.
back, get back after what happened
We
today.
will be streaming
Mahomes and the
Chiefs and
Chiefs,
Bucks.
Brady and the Buccaneers. Sunday night football. It starts at 7 Eastern. Be sure to make your Sunday
Bucks
night
should
7
have
picks
Mike
on the free
Williams
play.
back. Sorry, Mike
NBC
Evans.
Sports Predictor app.
Hopefully
Of course,
Julio
available
Jones
on
will play.
Peacock as well.
That'd be a
League
good
got
one.
a little more interesting today, didn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Buffalo got beat. Miami's at first place. How about the New York Giants? How about Philadelphia? Those two teams got beat. Everybody kind of coming back to the pack here a bit.
The last 3 undefeated teams, Miami, Philadelphia, and the Giants will play tomorrow night against Dallas. Looking for a first down from his own end zone. Wilson,
Good pass. Good pass. Good pass.
Sutton across the 40-yard line.
That's what you needed,
First
Russell.
down ends the first
That's a
quarter.
good strike, man. That was a laser. That was a good strike.
Gain of 35 after 1. Niners 7, Broncos nothing. It's Sunday night football continues from Denver after
Good
these messages.
strike, man. All right. Nice little 35-yard gain. Courtland Sutton. So it might be a good sign that the offense is coming alive. Actually, I got Courtland Sutton starting in my flex tonight, too. This is the league that I'm already pretty much winning in, so it's not really too much of an impact. But the messed up part is I got Courtland Sutton going against me in another league. This guy has Courtland Sutton and a kicker from Denver starting his last two starters. He's only down by 6. And I got Denver's defense starting for me. So I'm pretty much only up by 6. So, I can live without Courtland Sutton killing me. But we'll see what happens in that league. And the second league here, I am up by 7. And he has Deebo Samuels and Saquon Barkley left. So I think I'm going to pretty much take an L on this one, too. Oh, well, you live and you learn. It's crazy. I was telling y'all last week that, man, I was up. I had about 165 points last week in one of my leagues, and I still lost by 6 because the guy had a monster game against me. He had like 170 something. So it's definitely I was hurt by it. I was hurt about that one. But in the same token, all you can do is put out your best players, let the chips fall where they may. So if the guy's gonna beat you with 170, then you really can't complain about it,
From Denver, our aerial coverage brought to you by Geico. Lots of folks in the house tonight, including a superstars, Michaela Schifrin, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 3 Olympic medals overall. She was born in Vail, hometown in Edwards. Got a chance to visit with the 74 World Cup winning skier. She's been so great over the years. She is excited. Her season starts in about 3.5 weeks. Wanted to come see the Broncos and Russell Wilson in person. Russ back to work.
You gotta get rid of that, Russ. Can't sit in the pocket like that, man.
Hyder just gets the sack. No forced fumble, but the vet gets Wilson.
Can't just sit in the pocket, Russ. You gotta get rid of the ball.
This is perfect protection. You cannot blame Garrett Bowles for this one. Hyder's going to come around the edge, but he's blocked. This is strictly a coverage sack all the way. 3 routes run to the left side, none to the other side. Just simply nothing there.
Hyder, the veteran, was in Seattle last year. He's had a stint with the 49ers as well. Mike Boone is the back. Second down, Wilson's throws.
No, Courtland, go straight. Gotta go straight. Gotta go straight.
Last up 3rd and 6 in this
There
second
we go.
quarter.
Another 3rd and long.
Yeah,
3rd
I
and
was
6.
talking to D'Amico Ryans a little bit about playing defense with this group out here. I said, just describe your defense. And he said, we're a hungry, swarming wolf pack. Whoever gets there first, here comes the pack in behind. And that's what you see on the field. This team hustles as much as any team on defense you'll see.
Look like San Fran sending the blitz.
On 3rd and 6, here come the Niners. Wilson's throws caught.
Good pass. Jared Judy wide open.
To the 40-yard line.
Good read, Russell. Good read.
Gain of 16. They're happy to have Judy back. Got injured in the first quarter against Houston last week.
Just a great play by Courtland Sutton. Watch this. He's going to pick off this guy. So the wheel route going up the boundary. So the giveth and taketh away, right, with the same sort of pick play. But that was a great one by Sutton that time because you really didn't think it was a pick. You thought it was a collision.
40. Here's Wilson. We're throwing on this drive. That one's incomplete. Trying to go right back to Judy. They have Judy in the lineup. They also have KJ Hamler, who was out for the last game. So there are some passing options for the opposing quarterback tonight, Wilson.
Mike, there are some things out here going on that they're just not together. That was an option route that time by Judy. And Russell thought he was going to turn to the outside. He turned back to the inside. That's the nuances within this offense that they have not mastered yet.
They play here with Melvin Gordon.
Short 2-yard game.
3rd and 8 coming up. So
Another
it's
3rd and
a
long.
new offense for Russell Wilson. He had done things in Seattle, had multiple coordinators, so it's not like that's anything drastically new. But there's no preseason action for Wilson. So you go week 1 to Seattle in that cauldron and all the emotion around the return of the guy who was here for a decade and all the other stuff that came with it. And it's been rusty week 1, week 2, and we're seeing more week 3.
I just remember Aaron Rodgers starting inside the same offense, right?
Yep.
And if you want to go all the way back, it's really probably more Kyle Shanahan's offense. You know, I mean, this is all very inside football here, but that's the way that it is. It's just going to take a little while.
3rd and 8. Wilson, nothing open, looks to escape and only gets a yard or so.
Nothing open. Little flag.
Down on the play. It's back in the backfield. So the last scrimmage was the 38, which would have had a 56-yard field goal attempt from there. So if they back them up 10, that's the decision Kyle Shanahan is mulling right now. If you back them up and stop them, they're out of field goal range. So where Wilson scrambled, it would be a gain of a couple.
Holding. Offense number 73.
Take them back.
This penalty's
Okay.
declined. The
Decline
play
it.
results in 4th down.
And from here, a field goal attempt would be about 55 yards, and the field goal unit comes out.
Nick Bosa, look at him with that sprinter stance, that right arm back, and Fleming's going to hook him around the neck right there to get the call. So now an opportunity, though. At least they get the chance, right, to put some points on the board. And
Yeah, I guess that's all that count.
Within his range.
Within his range.
But it was a quick decision. The field goal unit was right out there as soon as he said decline. So that operation worked well. McManus from 55 yards.
There we
has
go.
the leg,
He hit it.
And at altitude, banks
He
it
hit
through,
it.
good from 63. So
Can't
Shanahan
complain.
declines the penalty, keeps them in field goal range. McManus gets the 3, and the Broncos get on the board in the 2nd quarter.
All right, so Broncos on the board. They down 7-3. 7-3. So offense looked good. They sputtered a little bit. You know, it's definitely not clicking, though. It's definitely not, you know, something is a little off. Like they said, you know, between the receivers and Russell Wilson, you know, something is off with, you know, what they're seeing on the field with each other. So, you know, this might be an ongoing thing, at least halfway through the season. So, or at least to the bye week. I don't know when their bye week is. But yeah, if there's anybody in the live stream that hasn't hit the like button yet, definitely go ahead and hit the like button for me. I would definitely appreciate it. Any love and support is definitely needed. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely tired today, chat. Definitely always want to make sure, you know, come on, you know, give you guys some good value, some good content, some conversation, you know. There's only a few of us on the stream, but definitely, you know, want to be consistent. Make sure, you know, I'm out here, you know, spending some time with you guys, you know, just chopping it up, you know, during the game, you know, talking our mess.
Thinking hands, don't
I
hold
definitely
it,
appreciate
don't
y'all
take
being
sacks.
here.
Accuracy, a lot of throws over the middle, but those quick release throws, that's his signature. And you just wonder, Mike, whether or not there are teams out there going, oh, his shoulder looks good. We should have thought about making a deal.
They didn't know, right?
They didn't know.
You couldn't get him, check it out. He has the surgery. Melissa detailed that. And Garoppolo walks back in, does a good job. Mattis with the kickoff. He only takes 2 steps so he can directionally kick it and keep it in the field of play so it's returnable, and they can pin him shy at 25. It works there.
Yeah, at the 15.
So Garoppolo told everybody after the NFC Championship game lost to LA, farewell.
I'll miss you guys. So thank you guys again. Faithful, thank you very much for everything. It's been crazy, man. Just all the comebacks at Levi's, comebacks on the road, ups and downs. It's been a hell of a ride, guys.
Well, that's crazy. And what did he say when he sat down with us? Yeah, this whole thing is crazy.
Yeah, I said,
he was convinced he wasn't coming back.
Like, oh, you need me now, kind of thing. Yes, yeah, a little bit. It's just human nature. You have to. I mean, it is the strangest of all situations. But for him to play the way he's playing and only be in this offense the last 4 weeks.
Good pass. Good pass. Why is the linebacker on Debo? Why is it a linebacker on Debo?
Josie Jewell couldn't chase him down.
Now explain that. Oh, he was at running back.
Oh, it's just not fair.
Yeah.
Shanahan sees these matchups. He knew he was going to have one-on-one with his best receiver against an inside linebacker.
Just blew past him.
Just said, let me just make sure he can catch this thing, because that had a chance to go all the way too. That big smile.
Already has 68 receiving yards, more than he had in the
That's
first
holding.
2 games.
That's coming back. That's holding.
By Chubb, who wanted the face mask on Bradley. They have a holding flag coming in here on the Niners. Denver, penalties an issue for the Broncos the first 2 games. Most penalized team in the league. No penalties thus far.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Illegal shift, number 3.
Illegal shift.
Declined. Holding, number 74. This penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
So first and long coming up. That's Spencer Burford again. Rookie out of Texas, San Antonio, 4th round pick.
Yeah, he's going to be the guy with the focus on him for a
Number
little while.
74 again.
There is a belief in San Francisco that this interior 3 that really has very little playing experience at all. Brindle, the center, played 6 snaps in
1st and 20.
Banks played 5, and Burford's a rookie. But they think that ultimately they're going to be better than what they had last year.
1st and 20 after the penalty. Broncos bring 4, but Garoppolo protected.
Kittle
across the middle. Penalty yardage plus a couple back.
Yeah, probably got about 14.
Melissa.
He got 14
Mike,
with that
I
one.
talked to Jimmy's brothers, Mike and Billy, who have been his managers ever since he came to San Francisco, and they had boxed up everything in their houses, thinking a trade would happen. So Billy wasn't prepared for his usual post-game duties last Sunday, a party at his house. When the guests showed up, they asked, where is everything? Jimmy said a lot of box cutters were involved. It was a mad scramble, but they were, of course, very happy to be doing it.
Yeah, packed up and ready to go. Who knew where? Washington, Indianapolis. Did somebody get hurt? It goes nowhere. So the brothers unpack the boxes. They're going to be hosting post-game after the game.
2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
He's going deep.
Down the field for Brandon Ayuk, incomplete.
Good defense.
By Pat Surtain.
Pat Surtain. He locking Ayuk down.
In the game's first 20 minutes.
Ayuk, one of the more physical receivers in the game, and you saw a left jab come out. I was a little surprised there was no offensive on that one, but I would have liked to have had that one in my hip pocket back in the day. That was good.
What, the jab?
Yeah.
As a receiver?
Boom, that was good.
So you want the jab, you want the gloves, you want the whole deal.
I do. Paycheck.
Yeah, after this year with the receivers, you're right. Almost TV.
All right, 3rd and 9. Let me see something, Jimmy.
Broncos bring 4. It's out quick. Debo Samuel.
Wide receiver screen.
With 6 guys who followed the first
they swallowed him up.
3 yards shy of a first down. And on 4th down, Niners are ready to kick it away.
Yeah, I think it's the right call, too, because you've seen the Broncos struggling a bit on the offensive side.
And we have an injured player on the field. It's Samuel.
I think Debo hit.
For San Francisco. A big collision there. You saw 5 or 6 players around Debo Samuel, and that's the player who's so vital to this offense.
Yeah.
And in that big group of players, Samuel stays down.
They definitely swallowed him up. Pause.
Hi, I need new tires. Perfect time.
Yeah, hopefully he cool, man. Hopefully he good. Yeah, we gotta tune in to this Thursday night game too. It's the Bengals against the Dolphins. That's gonna be a banger, man. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle going against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. That's gonna be a banger. I can't wait to see that one. It's another one we're gonna be live for, right on Amazon Prime. Hey, what you think about the NFL possibly being on Apple TV? Because I know DirecTV is probably going to lose that Sunday, the NFL Sunday ticket. So I know they were talking about, you know, either Amazon or Apple being the highest bidders for Sunday ticket. You know, if the NFL gives it to Apple, then you already know. You know, Apple might make it a Apple exclusive. You know, and that's going to be crazy. That's going to make you actually go ahead and buy an Apple TV and actually use it. You know, especially if the NFL is on there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next year or so in regards to that. You can definitely already imagine all the possibilities they could do. Having the NFL directly on your phone and a lot of interactive stuff they might come up with.
Minute and a half ago, Debo Samuel walked off under his own power to the blue tent. Here's a half dozen Broncos hitting him.
Yeah.
And then one of his own guys get in there as well.
It was bending me like a pretzel.
Debo Samuel is that he never quits. The hard part
Rolled
of
his
that
ankle.
is that you take shots like that.
He came up short of the 4th down as they look at him in the medical
4th and
center.
4. They're going to go ahead and punt.
Mitch Wisnowski will try to pin the Broncos back in deep again, as he did in the last possession. Washington runs away from it, and this one
Good punt.
popped back in. It's where the man is in the NFL, not the ball. And he did stay off the line and keep it alive. So it's at the 1.
So think about the play in basketball where you can jump out of bounds and push it back across the line. That's exactly what we're talking about. Did his feet leave? I assume that ball didn't hit that line.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Did his feet leave before and it didn't touch down? Everything looks good as long as that.
You see the long snapper in there.
Did the ball hit the line? That would be
That was
my
the first
question.
one, yep. Tabor Pepper, the long snapper, kind of tipped it back so Ross Dwelly could get there. Let's look here.
That is right. Ooh.
That hit the line. That hit the line.
Come on, Terry. That's why you get the big bucks, man.
I don't see it clear and obvious that it hit the line. It may
That hit the
have,
line.
but there's not a shot yet that tells me it has.
It turns out,
Conclusively.
yeah, Terry, a sensational play by the 49ers special teams, pinning them all the way back at the 1. Let's see, are the Broncos going to challenge this? They have. I see the red flag over there.
Yeah, that definitely hit the line.
So the play, like you talked about, relative to the basketball, keeping it alive, Samuel Womack, the rookie, went in there to go do that.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field that the play was not a touchback.
Here we go,
Great
another
work by
damn
Brian
commercial.
Schneider's special teams for San Francisco.
Commercial
Will it
is
pin
killing
Denver
me.
back at the 1? We'll go back and examine all of these replays a bit more closely.
Neat.
They definitely gonna overturn it and bring it to the 20. It's a touchback. It's clear they touched the line. I don't know what the problem is here. What's going on, chat, man? Let me know. Let me know how y'all day went. Let me know how y'all day went. I had a busy day today myself. I had to get up early. So I live in Philly, and I got taking shooting lessons, gun safety and shooting lessons. We was in I think the gun range in Avondale. So it's about a 50-minute drive from where I'm at. So I had to drop my boys off to the barber. Then I had to get dropped off to my dad's house and shoot up to Avondale. We got there a little early. And so we ended up waiting for about an hour for the instructor to get there. So, and went well. I wish I could show y'all my targets. But the way he does it is that he don't want you just hitting just in the middle where the 10 is at. He actually wants you hitting the X consistently. I guess he's a competitive shooter, so he's trying to get, all of our breathing down and our techniques and our routines down. So it was cool, I think altogether we shot about 100 rounds each. Half of it, I think 3/4 of it was 22, because you want to work on your form. Then the other 25 was 9mm. So it wasn't too bad. Oh, hold on, be back.
And there are 4 things we looked at. First, the ball didn't hit the line. Secondly, the right foot of Samuel Womack didn't hit the line. Third, Tabor Pepper, the long snapper, he touched it. He doesn't touch the line. And then Ross Dwelly's foot doesn't come down on the line. There's the ball when it initially hit. And Terry, just because the tip of that ball isn't touching the line itself, that means it's still available to be brought back by the kicking team.
Absolutely, Mike. It has to touch the ground beyond the goal line, on the line, for it to be a touchback. And there's nothing clear and obvious to change this
Are
one
you serious?
anywhere that I've seen.
But if it were a touchdown, the ball crossing the plane of the line would be enough, but not here.
Ruling on the
Correct.
field stands as called. It's first down at the half-yard line.
Chris, that's a great point, because the tip of the ball broke the plane.
They have all those kind of rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. Let's have it one way or the other here. But that's the reason. That's how they get these TV jobs.
For a touchdown,
Because there's complications.
Chris, for a touchdown, it's in player possession, and that's all it's got to do is break the plane. But here it's a loose ball. It's got to touch something.
Have you ever been to the referees meetings that they have?
I like these guys.
They're beautiful.
These guys are saviors for us.
They,
Right?
they argue over stuff like that all the time. It's so much fun.
Hey, that's a well-coached, terrifically planned out special teams unit on coverage. They did that ideally. They all knew what they were doing. They all deserve the shout out. Broncos have 99 yards to go. And they'll get a
Good run. Good run. Good run. 6-yard run. That's a good run.
7-yard line. We got a pair of backs. Javonte Williams in his second year, the second-round pick out of North Carolina, and the veteran Melvin Gordon. And, Chris, their numbers were almost exactly the same last year.
Yeah, Javonte Williams is really special. Melvin Gordon as well. But I think Javonte is sort of the fan favorite around here, and justifiably so. Over 1,200 yards from scrimmage. He's an excellent receiver as well. When we met him, he's not that big a guy, but, man, does he run powerful.
Second to 3 for Wilson. That one gets
Good
out
pass.
on time. It's caught by Courtland Sutton.
Right to Courtland Sutton. Good pass.
At the 13-yard line. Emmanuel Mosley.
First down.
But the change move.
And think of how many times in Aaron Rodgers' offense you see that. You've got the DB playing off 6 or 7 yards, and Russell Wilson said, "Thank you very much," and just take it, right? Mm-hmm. And that is sort of the essence of this thing. And then as you draw the defense up towards you, then you have some opportunities down the field.
Thomas Williams running to
Nice.
the
Good run. Got the 4-yard run.
We're watching veteran players retrain the brain, get out of the things they've done for a decade and learn the new tricks.
We saw that Montrell Washington, number 12, had an impact in the kicking game. Now they're going to use him to draw attention, fake the jet sweep, and open up a hole in there for Javonte Williams to run. This Montrell Washington, he's still learning the offense, but he is really electric when he's on the field.
5th round pick out of Samford. Played a dozen snaps against Houston last week.
Toss to the right.
Toss Williams, couple of blockers out
Good
there.
run. Good run. 3rd and short. That's all you need. 3rd and 3.
Coming up, Sean Gibson, veteran, played at the back end. Of
Good play calling so far. I like it. Good play calling
There's
so far.
Debo over there. Hope he's okay. We talked about Hufanga and what a great job he's been doing. But Tayshaun Gibson on the back end is that veteran who I think is sort of helping Hufanga just go play crazy, right? Just go out there, let's attack. You go do your thing, and I'll make sure we cover the rest of it.
You mean like Ryan Clark used to do for Troy Polamalu?
You're right.
Just keep me honest. I got you. By the way, we hear Debo's okay. He's going to come back in, they believe, next series or two.
3rd and 3.
5 in the pattern for Wilson. He'll step up.
Good pass. Good pass. First down.
Where Sutton caught it, the contact was made.
I like that. Good pass.
35, and from the 1-yard line, or 25, I should say, the Broncos moving it up the field.
Well, you just see more little details out of Russell Wilson. Watch him step up and through, but not try and run. Keep his eyes down the field and find his clutch receiver on the outside. It was Courtland Sutton a week ago that really opened up this offense. Another big play.
There goes Washington again. There goes
Good run. Good run. Good run. They gashing him now. They gashing him now. They're putting it together.
What you have to be able to do is double team these guys back into the linebackers. And if you can do that, see how they locked up Fred Warner there, their middle linebacker? Not only did they get the double team, but they got the push up to Fred Warner. You take him out of the play, you make big runs. Now an opportunity down the field if it was.
41.
Draw play. The draw play. They're gashing them. 8, 9-yard run.
By the Broncos on this drive. That's 9 yards out to midfield now.
All right, Mike, they have their attention now. Now they're dropping a safety down in here as well. So what you're getting is man-to-man coverage on the outside. So now Russell Wilson may look out there and go, okay, now if I want to try something with Judy, with Sutton to take a shot down the field, a better opportunity because they're having to bring a safety down to help in the run game.
Yep. Exactly.
On 2nd and 1, it is play action. Wilson steps up.
Ew, shuffle pass.
And on the run is Melvin Gordon inside the 30 to 28-yard line.
Russell Wilson like Magic Johnson up this joint.
Down for the Broncos.
Come on.
Russell like Magic with the shuffle pass.
Here's Russell Wilson being his creative best. He's got the ball tucked. He does a chest pass from basketball out to Gordon, who just takes off. That's what you want. You want the magic of Russell Wilson to be a complementary part of this offense.
A little bit of the ad-lib, which
It's a great
is a little bit of what made
pass,
Russell
man.
Wilson a
Russell
nine-time
Wilson
Pro
stepping
Bowler
up.
in his 10 years at Seattle. And you see there was a part of the body straddling
definitely took a
midfield,
shot to
which
the
was
head,
line of
though.
scrimmage, so that it's not an illegal forward pass. It is a gain of 22. It's a medical timeout as Azeez Al-Shaair comes off the field for San Francisco.
Yeah, and this is one of the rare times that we've seen the Denver Broncos putting something together. There's a sequence, and you really don't get an idea of what anybody is like as a play caller until you can see them put a drive like this together.
This drive started at the 1. It's now at the San Francisco 28.
Get man coverage on the outside if they like it.
Oh, good read. Good defense. He blew that shit up.
Tiptoeing.
He blew that up. I like that.
Big loss on the play.
He blew that up.
Hufanga.
Well, it's only about the 50th time I've seen it so far. You would think somebody would account for him in one of these games, but they don't. But he really times it out, and it does remind you of Polamalu. You know, I mean, Polamalu used to get to the point where he would time out and jump over the pile and make plays on 4th and 1. He has a little bit of that magic as well.
Loss of 6. Wilson fires.
Oh, come on, Courtland.
Looks like a little
Damn, you had it.
Sutton and Wilson.
You got to help your quarterback.
A 3rd and long.
Perfect throw that time by Russell Wilson. It was Sutton who knew there was a safety sitting back there.
Exactly. Don't worry about the safety.
Just stopped short.
Come on, man. You're too big for that.
I think his body would have protected him there.
Too big for that, man. You worry about the damn safety.
4th quarter against Houston.
3rd and 16. Another 3rd and long.
Last week in field goal range.
Another 3rd and long.
At the 34, they need to get to the 18 for a first down.
Can't take the sack here, though.
From the 5, Wilson nowhere to escape.
He didn't get no protection.
They take the sack back at the 43.
He got no protection.
Jackson, the rookie out of USC, who's flashed a snap or two in pass rush situations, gets there, and the Broncos will punt it away.
Yeah, what did Kyle Shanahan say about this guy? Greg Jackson down here at the bottom of the screen. They said he is going to end up being a special one. And here he comes. You could see the blitz look. And for Russell Wilson, I think that it was 3rd and long. He had to recognize that and just get rid of the
right out of punt.
Put 3 points on the
Knocked him right out of the field goal.
Field goal attempt from here would have been 59 yards. They choose to punt it with Waitman. Denver tries to down it. And
nice. That's the 2-yard line. That's
the credit to their special teams, as Waitman's able to pin them deep. 2:27 left. Chance to remind you that Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By BetMGM, the king of sports books. Please gamble responsibly. And by Capital One. What's in your wallet? 3 Super Bowl wins for the Broncos. Some of the key people as part of it. Of course, the Bolin family had the ownership for so many years and those 3 Super Bowls. And this is the new ownership group. The Walton Penner family group. Rob Walton, the Walmart heir. Greg Penner, the CEO. Greg's wife, Carrie. See Greg with Carrie in the shot there. The Broncos purchased for $4.6 billion.
Crazy.
A global record for a pro sports franchise. Close to the first down carry. He gains about 4. We got to meet with the new ownership group a little bit on Friday. They are so excited to be a part of this amazing, loyal fan base.
They are. And I think that the Denver Broncos fans are happy to have resolution, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, just kind of, let's get that. Let's move on. They've got a great owner that has plenty to invest.
We brought a lot of folks into the ownership group, including Condoleezza Rice and Sir Lewis Hamilton as well. They see Rob Walton.
All right, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. San Francisco up 7-3. It's pretty much been a defensive battle. Denver, they sputtering, man. You got glimpses of, all right, they can be good. Then they just start sputtering, you know. Most of their 3rd downs are 3rd and long, which is, you know, either 3rd and 5 or longer. And their last 3rd down try was 3rd and 16. And then took a sack and knocked them out of field goal range. So it's a good game, though, man. It's a good game. A lot of good passes, a lot of good defensive plays. You know, you definitely can't complain about the quality of game. You know, you definitely can't complain about the quality of game that they're having. Let me know how the light looks too. Let me know how the lighting looks too. Either I should leave it like this, or I should maybe cut it up a little bit. Let me cut it down right here. That's the lowest it'll go. Yeah, I'm gonna get some lighting in the back. make it look real good back there. But yeah, I know what you're gonna say. What you gonna say? But yep, 2-minute warning.
On the Toyota halftime.
Dolphins stay undefeated. Rodgers beats Brady in the Battle of the Goats.
All right, back to you, Mike.
Yeah, Brady had Rodgers this week, Mahomes next week. We'll see all for all the highlights at halftime. So the two quarterbacks, Jimmy Garoppolo and Russell Wilson, have moved the ball at times, but only 10 points to show for it in the first half. And those two head coaches are also the play callers.
Defense has been playing really well.
Find what's right. Interesting play here, Chris. 2nd and 7 at the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, it's a swing play. If the Broncos make a stop, you might see them take a timeout. Otherwise, maybe San Francisco does.
Jeff Wilson is the back. Debo.
Oh, good pass. Good play. Not good pass. That's a good play.
And the timeout will be taken by Denver. Right away, it was Nathaniel Hackett getting to the official on his sideline to say, I want this timeout. So Denver has 1 remaining, and as we were watching that play, the punt down at the 1-yard line earlier in the quarter, remember Denver did challenge, so they lost a timeout there, and they lost the ability to earn a 3rd challenge. They're down to 1 for the rest of the game.
I think Jerry Rossberg was involved in that one?
Probably.
Right?
First time involved in it, right?
I'm sure he probably said, hey, if we make a play, let's take a timeout here. And not that Nathaniel wouldn't have thought about it anyway, but I would say that communication probably happened for the first time in this game.
You see the guy next to him, Chris. He's thumbing through a bunch of pages. A lot of the teams have printouts because you can't have the computers that access all the decisions that you make as you game manage up there.
Huge play right here.
All right, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, youth check.
Broncos need this.
Split out as one of the 3 receivers to the right of Garoppolo. Garoppolo from his goal line, taking off, and Jimmy G gets the first down. However,
He's up.
Flag down back.
Coming back.
1-yard line.
It's definitely coming back.
There's a hold in the end zone. I don't think it was.
Oh.
But if there is, it's a safety.
Holding. Offense, number 69. The penalties half the distance to the goal. Replay, 3rd down.
Penalties, man.
So you say it happens outside.
Penalties.
The end zone, Mike McClinchey
Killing
guilty
themselves.
of the hold, the right tackle.
Here we go. 2 very good tackles on this team, but 2 very good pass rushers as well. You could see that Randy Gregory, who came over from the Cowboys, was loaded up on that one.
It was interesting. It was a first grab that you saw at the 1-yard line. Then you saw another twist in the end zone. So if you say he did it on the first one, that's why the flag was at the 1 and it wasn't a safety. And that's exactly what Hackett is asking. Only half the distance, so even with the hold, it's only 3rd and 9.
Too high. Too high. They don't even blow their last time out. It's too high.
And the incompletion stops the clock with $1:43 to go.
Never got these stop.
They really have 2 dynamic playmakers on the outside. Here's Randy Gregory again. They put the tight end this way this time just to add a little space. They're able to get his hands up. And 2 very different players. Gregory, a real speed guy. And on the other side, Bradley Chubb, 275 pounds, probably weighs 30 pounds more, but he's a little bit more of the power.
All right, so they should get it in real good field position.
Hunter, who punted it into the
Broncos.
protector's backside in the game against Buffalo today. Wisniewski, that's a good one for the 42-yard line. Here goes Montrell Washington. Around midfield, he
Nice.
there. It's good field
Nice.
position.
Right in the 49ers territory.
92 seconds left. So Russell Wilson, Super Bowl
You
champ,
can work with
in his
that.
early 30s, gave up a lot to get him here to be the guy in Denver. 3 players in Locke and Fant and Shelby Harris, and a 1 and a 2 this year and next, and then the 5th rounder in 2022. So a lot went out, and a lot went out in terms of the checkbook as well to sign Russell in the hopes that number 11 will be the right one since Peyton Manning in 2016, finding the right starting quarterback to bring the Broncos back to the playoffs.
And we know it's going to get there eventually. It hasn't gotten there again tonight. So Denver's sitting there with 3 points on the board. Russell Wilson made a mistake on the last one, taking the sack.
From midfield, Wilson swings it out to Javonte Williams, gets the sideline.
It was 2-3 yard game. Can't
Tag
complain.
on the sideline and no flag. The Denver sideline was quick to say, should that be a 15-yarder? I think he was right on the line.
Oh, that was close. I saw one official sort of grab for the flag and then take his hand off.
Too. So they don't huddle, even though the clock was stopped as he went out of bounds. 1:27 left. Wilson throws.
It's high.
But incomplete. It was
It's
high.
high.
Hard for him to reel in.
Another third down. Another third and long. 3rd and 8. Another 3rd and long.
Yeah, on the move, just misses this one a little too far in front. And it doesn't look like much, but that would have turned it into, say, 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 9. Really need a play out of Russell Wilson right here. Courtland Sutton's been his guy.
Jerry Jeudy was anxious.
Come on, Judy.
False start. Offense number 10. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
3rd and 13. This is ridiculous.
25 in the first 2 games, 7 more than any other team in the first 2 games of the season, but only 2 penalties here. The first one was for 0 yards. It was a hold on that punt that was down at their own 1-yard line. And then that 5-yarder, but that one is big.
Now let's take a look. We've got Sutton down at the bottom. The X-receiver, it looks like, let's see if they rotate over his way. Looks like they are.
3rd and 13, Wilson stepping up. The flag is down as Russell takes off. They go down to the 43-yard line.
Hope it ain't holding
again.
again.
The good pressure off the edge forced Wilson to escape. It may have forced the flag.
Yeah, they're just grabbing.
Holding. Another hold. Penalties is killing them.
Holding. Offense number 72. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Damn shame. Another hold.
You hear us talk about it's all about the get off, right? If you get the good speed up the field, then they really have no choice but to grab you going around Ebicom that time with a big play. So we had the missed pass. We had back-to-back penalties to take them out of what would have been a possible field goal situation.
Yeah, you're in Denver. You get the ball at midfield. You're 1 first down from a legit field goal attempt. Instead, they've gone backwards 14 yards. And it's 3rd, about a quarter of the field.
3rd and 23. Unbelievable.
3rd and 23. Wilson protected. Short pass, and Albert
Right back to midfield.
The 49-yard line. First catch of the night for Albert O. With 1:06 left now. San Francisco.
This is retarded. That was in perfect spot.
Timeout. It is. Okay, I just saw Sean Hockley point the other direction, but it's a 49er timeout. They'll have 2 remaining, and they'll get the ball back.
Interesting game so far, hasn't it? We've seen flashes of really good stuff out of both offenses. But the one thing that we knew coming in here was that both of these defenses to date have played really well. I mean, this has been 2 of the best defenses in football.
Well, they both played Seattle, and then San Francisco opened with Chicago in the monsoon at Soldier Field, and Denver played Houston. So both teams knew this was going to be the best test that they've had to this point in terms of a quality of opponent. Wait with the kick, fair catch signaled and made
at the 11
line by Ray McLeod. Final minute, Niners have 2 timeouts.
Why are we going to commercial? It ain't like they going to drive down the field, man. They're going to run a play or 2. They're going to get stopped. They're going to let the clock run out. That's what I would do at least. So I'm hearing with the Raiders that the owner, Mark Davis, had a lengthy conversation with Josh McDaniels. So I wonder what that's going to look like. I mean, it ain't Josh McDaniels' fault. He really in the toughest division in all of football. You know, most of the first round picks that they had over these past few years aren't with the team anymore. Their whole 2000 draft class isn't with the team anymore, you know, including Henry Ruggs and the starting cornerback. This is a mess. So they gotta give, you know, They got to give him some time. I know he didn't pay that money. I know he paid all that money for Devontae Adams, so I know he a little upset about that. But you got to give that man some time, man. Let him work. Let him eat. Let him work some things out. Let him work the kinks out. It's a brand new offense. In my opinion, they really should have kept the coach, the interim coach that they had last year. Should have kept him. He had that team rocking.
Past one leap at a time. Don't miss the new hit series, Quantum Leap, tomorrow, 10/9 Central on NBC. And, of course, Extremes the next day on Peacock. Back here in Denver, Mike Shanahan had so much success, and Kyle Shanahan gets to visit, and Nathaniel Hackett's now the head coach of the Broncos, and his dad, Paul, is around on weekends watching the grandkids and checking in. It's really neat. It's got to be a great night for Paul and Mike to watch their sons go head-to-head, these second-generation head coaches on Sunday Night Football. Garoppolo from the 11, passes incomplete.
Pass behind.
Brandon Ayuk couldn't pause and come back to haul it in.
It's a good read, though, by Garoppolo. He saw what was going on. Kareem Jackson was sitting there in that lurk position in the middle of the field, so he knew if he let him in there, it might get picked. A veteran play by a veteran quarterback. It didn't work, but it didn't end up an interception either.
Good defense, timely moments, good special teams have forced a lot of long fields for these offenses. San Francisco's third straight drive starting inside their own 20. And 5 of their 7 drives have started with 80 yards or more to go. Deebo Samuel next to Garoppolo. Jimmy seeking, throws. Kittle's got it. And they gain 2, maybe 3 yards here. Broncos have 1 timeout.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
And
there goes the timeout.
For injury. With injury. That is the 3rd edge rusher, Browning. Shake it up.
Injury time.
Baron Browning, the 3rd-round pick out of Ohio State, with the athletic training staff out to look at him.
And he's a good one. They really think that he could be a special guy. He's been playing a lot of inside linebacker. They've been moving him out to the edge to relieve Bradley Chubb and Randy Gregory. And this is a concern.
Yeah, you see the athletic training staff looking at that leg and knee area. Of course, Nathaniel Hackett being reminded by Sean Hockley that the injury carries the automatic timeout for Denver, so it's their last.
Yeah.
All right, so I lose the bet tonight. I almost said Paul Hackett. How many times were we almost going to call Kyle Mike, Paul Nathaniel, or Sean Hockley Ed?
Well, it's a little weird for me, too, because Paul Hackett recruited me at USC.
Right.
And, of course, Mike was my offensive coordinator at the University of Florida. So these guys I know well, and I knew their kids when they were about 1 year old running around the practice field.
And there's Mike, who still watches film of the Niners. He's involved watching the games on a regular basis. There's Browning being helped off and talking it through. He'll get further examination. Here he was.
It looked like he hurt himself trying to stay off the damn quarterback.
Yeah, the one thing that Mike and Kyle definitely had in
don't like
common,
that.
though, was that honesty. I mean, they will tell you exactly what they're thinking, and you may not always like it, but generally it moves the conversation forward.
So Denver's out of timeouts, 42 seconds left. It's 3rd and 7. 49ers back up at their own 14.
Incomplete pass, though, would give the Broncos a chance.
So they keep it on the ground with Deebo Samuel, who will spin. He'll get hit at the 15-yard line.
I figured they was going to do that.
The injury forced the Broncos to use the timeout.
Yeah, I figured they was going to do that.
And I'm going to guess we'll just skip the punt and get to halftime.
Yep.
That's a good call there by Kyle Shanahan. No reason to give them a chance, get the ball back. It's the right call.
Smart.
Both teams are locker room bound, and we are studio bound in 15 seconds. Brandon Ayuk, the touchdown catch in the first.
All right, family. So it's halftime. 7-3 49ers. Offenses, both offenses been sputtering. Both defenses have been flying around the ball. So you really can't complain about it. So what we'll do is we'll take a little halftime break, 10, 15 minutes. We'll be back in a little bit and hopefully see some better football in the second half. So I'll see y'all guys soon. All right, we back. Beginning of the third quarter.
Nathaniel, just 3 points. How do you get things done?
Yeah, we got to finish. We had a couple good drives there, long extended drives, and you guys just got to keep on working and keep on finishing.
Penalties.
Play together. Play together. The defense is doing a great job, and offense just has to now pull their part. And special teams doing a great job. We just got to keep moving the ball and get down to the red zone.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Melissa, thank you. We're interested to see where they go. Take a deep shot here at some point in this second half. Russell Wilson, who's excelled in his career for those long balls. First run will be
Good run, man. 4-yard run. Good run.
Let's talk about that, though.
It's a good run.
49ers don't give you many opportunities. So what happened there?
Oh, man. Hold on 1 second. My bad.
Those one-on-ones on the outside was a result of they broke some runs.
Okay.
And so they bring
I ain't had the daggone game audio going
all of
to
a
it.
sudden now you
My
got
bad,
the one-on-one
everybody.
on the
My
outside.
bad, chat.
But I think that when you get those rare opportunities
I know
against
it
this
sounds funny.
defense, you just have to take that shot. You've got a big receiver in Courtland Sutton, and you've got arguably the best deep ball thrower in the game.
Wilson got tangled up
Yeah,
there.
that's a trip. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's a trip.
Bosa coming flying in there.
Nick Bosa is going to join the conversation here. Okwebunam, the tight end, was coming out. Bosa was streaming towards Wilson, who was trying to get to the outside to throw it. What did you see? What happened? Let's get another peek at it.
Well, it looked like Wilson was going to get outside, and then legs tangled or a trip. You decide. That looks like a trip.
That's it. You tricked
There
me.
is no foul for tripping.
Huh?
The contact was ruled incidental.
Incidental. That's
And
crap.
incidentally, it was a trip.
That's
So bring in
crap.
Terry McCauley for his opinion. First, the rule here, Terry.
He clearly lifts the leg, which
Exactly.
is illegal to obstruct an opponent, even the runner. I'm surprised they picked this up. This is tripping. It looks intentional to me.
Yeah, it's intentional.
obstruct the runner.
And can I just pick apart your sentence there? He lifted his leg. Is that something you're looking for there as you're watching?
Yeah, if he could have had the foot on the ground, it would have been perfectly legal. But when
Yeah,
he
it's
picks it up,
intentional.
lifts it up like that. and
Another
obstructs the
third
runner,
and
that's a
long.
foul.
3rd and
Thanks, Terry.
14.
Officially a sack. It's 3rd and 14. Wilson throws it through a lot of traffic, incomplete. Fred Warner was there. Javonte Williams wasn't going to go
This Denver
anywhere,
offense
even if
is
he did
terrible.
catch it. And a not pretty 3 and out with a little help from the Bosa trip.
But, I mean, let's be honest here. That drive would have been extended with a 15-yard penalty, and instead they give up a sack, a little shot to the head. So not entirely the Broncos' fault here.
He goes down as a 3 and out. Corliss Waitman
Another 3 and out,
to
man.
kick again.
This is ridiculous.
Big leg.
This
showed
is
it
hard
off
to
here.
watch.
55 yards to Ray McLeod to the 25. They go up the numbers, bounce it to the outside.
I ain't gonna lie, chat. This hard to watch.
Nice 19-yard return.
All these daggone 3 and outs is
by
killing me.
return man who was
Personally.
with Pittsburgh for the last couple of seasons. Well, this
At least they didn't
49ers
go to
offense, we
commercial
saw with
this
Trey
time.
Lance. Then all of a sudden it was the pivot. Now it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Did you see anything different in what they were doing offensively in the first half?
Well, they popped a couple of good runs, and that was when their offense woke up and got established. So I think that, they've got one of the great players in the National Football League in Trent Williams, that left tackle position. I might want to give him a little effort here and see what they can do. But this 5-down lineman look is a tough look to try and run against.
Their own 43, the Niners' best starting field position of the night.
Good
They'll run
defense.
to the right, and a flag comes down as Jeff Wilson
What the flags?
is taken down. Wilson 8 carries for 55 yards in the first half, the leading rusher in the ballgame.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number
They
93.
killing themselves.
This is a 5-yard penalty.
Defense killing themselves, man. Broncos
Draymond
killing themselves.
Jones inside.
There's the hands up
Oh,
underneath
yeah,
the
yeah.
helmet, and that
You
is
can't
a
do that.
foul.
5 yards, takes it to the 48 with the tackle. And Jimmy Garoppolo scanning with some time here, trying to get to Wilson.
All that damn time in the pocket.
We have another flag down.
Another flag.
Thrown in front of the Broncos bench near the line of scrimmage.
Man was getting sloppy. Illegal contact.
Illegal shift. Offense number 15 did not get set. It's a 5-yard
Is
penalty.
that Brandon Ayuk?
Replay, first down.
I don't know who that is. Jennings.
That's one thing, Chris, with this offense. Nobody uses more motion than the 49ers do. So you understand every once in a while if they get one of those flags.
Yeah, it clearly is an edge for the 49ers. It takes a lot of practice time. It takes a lot of concentration. It takes longer play calls, which is why Jimmy Garoppolo has the wristband to help him with the play calls.
Jordan Mason, the undrafted man out of Georgia Tech, is in the game. Runs it hard and gets to
Good run. That's a good
midfield.
run. That's a good run.
All right, let's take a look at the Walmart Plus 4K Sky Cam. Go inside the game a little bit with Trent Williams, one of the absolute best players at any position in the National Football League. You can see how athletic this huge man is, keeping his feet in front of some of the best pass rushers, passing off some of those
Trent
stunts.
can move, real.
But there is just nobody better playing in the NFL right now than that guy.
Year
Trent
13,
Williams can move,
still
man.
elite at age 34.
That's crazy.
Some of his numbers tonight, first team All-Pro.
Fumble.
And Garoppolo gets down near the bottom of the pile. Umpires in there. Terry Killen's trying to make sure nobody heads on.
Jimmy G
Well, Broncos got it. Broncos got it.
Josie Jewell jumped on it, and there was
Yeah, they took it from you.
was going to take it back.
They took it from you. They took it from Jimmy.
Take a look.
That's Jimmy's fault.
Garoppolo was moving, and maybe the snap just a fraction late.
They
Garoppolo
took
had his
that ball
hands
from
on
Jimmy
it,
in the
but
bottom of the pile.
when it got down and dirty, there was no way he was hanging on to it.
And you're
And
holding
that
your breath
shoulder.
a little bit with
Yeah.
that, right? That surgically repaired right shoulder under there. Josie Jewell comes in there. Raymond Jones right over there as well.
Oh, yeah, they took that from
And
Jimmy.
there for a second.
Right in the
Then
bottom
Denver
of the
comes
pile.
on in there, and
Jimmy
Kyle
being
Shanahan
Jimmy.
sees the game's first
That's
two
what he's going to
turnovers
do.
go against him. And Garoppolo and the 49ers have
Yeah.
given Denver what equals
That's
their best
all
field
Jimmy's
position
fault.
to start a drive tonight.
Reset the game clock to 12 minutes, 41 seconds. The turnover is confirmed. Thank you.
You're welcome. And the ball's at midfield.
All right, here you go, Denver Broncos. You've been struggling on offense. You pay the big bucks for Russell Wilson. No excuses here. This is a good defense, but this is their time. They catch a break early. Need to make this happen.
Speedster Montrell Washington next to Courtland Sutton at the top of the screen.
Play action.
Wilson, play action in time, but
Where's the...
goes away very quickly as Kevin Givens, who got the start.
Another sack.
Powerful to get in there despite being blocked and pick up the sack.
Watch Kevin Givens go from the tackle
Another
position,
sack.
pound outside, and work his way right back to the quarterback. This was just
Was it
brute
nobody
strength,
open?
Really working against Garrett Bowles.
Yeah, nobody was open.
And once again, for Russell Wilson,
Nobody was
needs to
open.
either be a let's get it out of there.
Nobody
or he
was
just
open.
doesn't like what he's seeing down the field.
2nd and 16.
Wilson just will swing it
Come
out
on,
to
man.
Devontae Williams.
That's another 3-4 yard loss.
Loss of 2.
Crazy.
Diamador Lenore with the tackle that brings
This
more
offense
booze
is
from
poor.
this sellout crowd in Denver.
This offense is
Miko
poor.
Ryans was right. They get there fast on
This
this
offense is
defense.
poor.
They really do. So many teams, because there's so much pressure coming after your quarterback,
Offense is poor.
want to check it down. But then
This is
those
hard to
guys
watch.
on the outside, they just fly. You're going to see that young man
It's,
right
it's,
there.
it's hard to
Miko
stay up
Ryans,
for.
Head coach
Real
will say
fair.
very soon.
3rd and 18. Another 3rd and long.
Coordinator here for the second year. 3rd and 18. Wilson gets it out quick. Sutton catches it.
They got back to half field, to midfield.
49-yard line.
Another
Once
punt.
again, the Broncos will punt.
Another 3 and out.
Crowd doesn't like it. And Fred Warner's waving them on, saying, yeah, keep those boos coming.
Another 3 and out. You in prime position.
8 drives.
Another 3 and out.
6 3 and outs.
6 3 and outs. 8 drives and 6 3 and outs. This is terrible football.
South Alabama,
It's terrible football. Can't watch this shit.
Punts in the first 2 games. This is 7th tonight.
Can't nobody watch this shit, man. This is crazy.
Denver downs that
Poor.
one. Mike Boone, the 3rd string back, walked the wire and stayed on the right side.
Those have been the best plays of the game so far.
Go ahead, you take it. Great highlights, big moments in the game.
That's it. You want to
Got
see
it.
action?
Give it to me.
Special teams, talk to me.
Yeah.
This is what we stayed up for, I guess. To watch the special teams, make plays. This is crazy. 7-3 San Fran over Denver. I mean, this is hard to stay up for, man. Penalties, the turnovers, the 3 and outs. Every time Denver get the ball, man, it's another damn 3 and out. 8 drives and 6 of them was 3 and outs. That's poor. That's pathetic. This is pathetic. We might not be doing no more Denver games after this one, folks. I tell you this now. Because I can't stand to watch the football like this. Shoot, I could be asleep instead of watching some damn football like this. Staying up, 10:20, 10:30, 11 o'clock to watch piss poor football. Nah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing no more Denver Broncos games. Unless we hear that they actually, changing up and they actually start balling again. This our last Denver Broncos game. I'm not doing this shit no more. At all. It's hard to look at, family. It's hard to look at.
Great new season underway of The Voice, Mondays and Tuesdays, 8, 7 Central on NBC, and then it streams the next day on Peacock. Singing, good voices. Probably has the best voice of anybody in the stadium. Russell Wilson's wife, Sierra.
Welcome to Denver.
She and Russell have settled in here, and their family used to it after the time in Seattle. Long field for the Niners, leading by 4.
Good defense. Way to stop him. Way to stuff
You
that.
mentioned it earlier, the thin running back core for San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell on injured reserve, sprained his knee, out a couple months. And Ty Davis-Price, their 3rd-round pick out of LSU, got hurt last week.
Yeah, and what it's done is usually you see them so fast, but ordinarily the 49ers are working the edges, right? They're going with that outside zone stuff, but I don't think they're overly comfortable getting out on the edge with Chubb and with Gregory.
2nd and 10 from his own end zone. Garoppolo's out of the end zone. It's a
Oh, he stepped in the damn back of the end zone.
Stepped all the way out of the end zone. It's a safety, and that kills the play before everything else. On the
Come
field.
on, Jimmy.
So it is 7-5, and Trent Williams is shaken up for the Niners.
I don't know that I've ever seen a safety be a break for a team, but it certainly was there.
Safety.
It is a safety. San Francisco will be kicking off from the 20-yard line. Please
Jimmy
reset the
being
game
Jimmy.
clock to 9:53.
You knew it was going to happen.
There it is right there once he steps out.
Man, he stepped right out. No type of awareness.
So it's 7-5, and let's see what happened with Trent Williams.
Trent's
He
gonna
must have
get
got rolled up
bent
on.
backwards here in a collision.
Yep, he got rolled up. He got rolled up on.
So there you go, right there.
That's his knee.
DJ Jones.
Look like his knee.
So the safety gives you the unique score of 7-5, and Denver will get the ball. But the concern right now is Williams.
7-5. Sunday Night Football. We are looking at a 7-5 game.
So?
Yeah, I ain't doing this no more. I'm telling you, Chad, I'm gonna have to do a better job of screening these football games. Because we can't be staying up this late watching this bull job. I think next week is Chiefs Buccaneers. So we can rock and watch that one. We could definitely stay up and watch that one. That's gonna be a good game. Two well-coached teams, two phenomenal quarterbacks. We can get down with that. You know, coaching staff that actually know how to run a daggone game. This right here is some foolishness. Like this right here is it's hard to look at. It's really hard to look at. So from the looks of it, I still got a shot in one of my leagues that I thought I was going to lose. You know, hopefully Dallas can keep Saquon to less than 6 points. Fingers crossed. That's the only chance I got. Let me see here. And my other game, I don't know, man. I'm down by one. Like I said, he has Courtland Sutton and Brandon McManus. And I got Denver's defense. And like I said, I'm only down by one. It could be close. And these are the last players we got left. We'll see.
Star left tackle for the 49ers. Of course, the 9 years in Washington, last 3 here at San Francisco, gets up and walks very slowly up the tunnel. Just hate to see that. It's a terrific player, and that will certainly impact the game. So free kick coming from the 20-yard line after the safety. The option to kick it off the tee or free kick it as such. It's from the 15-yard line. Turn just shy of the 30.
29-yard line.
Gets hit hard, and we've had a lot of flags in this half, and we have another one here. And we got a lot of pushing and shoving now. So as they all sort this out, they sort out the penalty as well. I kind of want to say I'm sorry to Dan Orlovsky, but that's the first thing that pops in my mind. For those who don't remember the play in 2008, Orlovsky with the Lions ran out of the back of the end zone. A lot of us would if Jared Allen was bearing down on you. The great defensive end from the Vikings was doing it at that time.
During the return, holding by the receiving team.
Another penalty.
It's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
Another
A
penalty.
few times you've seen that play happen in a game until we saw it here tonight. And Dan has gone on to a very good career at TV, and I love watching him as he does his coverage on ESPN. So Dan first came to mind. Now you got company at least. Somebody else did it.
But what did he just tweet out?
Oh, he tweeted he's got company now. That's okay, right? So, are you over here on Twitter?
8 possessions, 6-3-0.
He said, freedom. I've never been happier was his tweet.
That's great.
All right, so the Broncos get the ball back there within 2 from the 19-yard line. The offense doesn't have much going. Tries to get it going
Good run.
on the ground.
4-yard gain. Good run.
Melvin Gordon taking it to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, they are doing everything they can. They're trying to go with those double team blocks inside and get that push up the middle. This is an excellent running team, and they really have just not gotten that going other than that one drive.
Back to no huddle, a little bit of tempo. Wilson checks it back down.
Why are you running
One
backwards?
tackle there, and it's pushed back the other way at the 25.
All right, at least it's 3rd and short. 3rd and 4. I can take that.
And if you're sitting on your couch and thinking, why are we not seeing Russell Wilson with the moon balls that he loves to throw? The reason is that he's not getting that opportunity. They're playing either 2 deep or 4 deep, all but about 5 snaps of this game. And
3rd
the only
and 3.
5 snaps when they got that single coverage was when the Broncos got the running game going.
Azeez Al-Shaair hurt in the first half.
Empty set, 3rd and 3.
For the remainder of the game for San Francisco. Down 1 starting linebacker.
This may be an opportunity if they did want to take a shot. Let's see if they rotate out.
3rd and 3. Wilson.
Good read. Courtland Sutton.
The 36-yard line with Courtland
Sat
Sutton.
right in the zone. Good read.
And they'll move the change. Sutton is 6th catch on the night. Leads all players in the game.
Nice read this time by Russell Wilson. They're going to rotate the coverage this way, so he goes to the backside of that. Gets the single one-on-one.
I like that. Good read.
Beautifully done.
They've heard the crowd counting down the play clock. They did that when time management was an issue last week. First time they did it in the game here tonight. Wilson once again
Turn up.
This time it's Gordon to the left.
No
for
game.
Only a yard. And
No game.
Norris had stopped that on 3 different occasions in the first 2.5 quarters.
There's Debo. 2 good backs on this team and a good running back / wide receiver / slot / blocker on the other.
Kept Debo in check on the ground with 4 carries, 6 yards so far. Montreal Washington in the game there. Free play with the offside. Wilson looks and does take a shot into the deep coverage, and it's incomplete.
Oh, you take the shot. They offside.
Down the middle of the field. As Russell sensed that was a freebie.
Offside. Defense number 97. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Is that,
Still second
is that
down.
Nick Bosa? Yep.
Nick Bosa.
We talk about Aaron Rodgers, but I tell you, Russell Wilson has been, the last couple of games that I've seen, he's been drawing people offsides at least 1.5. Such an advantage. You get that free throw. I bet you that felt good to Russell just to launch one.
And while the crowd was kind of in some ways trying to boo their own team by trying to help them count down the play clock, you do want to let your guy use his cadence at home, too. So fun, but you're not helping.
Good run. Good run, Gordon. Good run.
The first down. Drake Greenlaw was there. Gordon took him across the line, and the Broncos moved the chains as we dive under 7 minutes in the third.
Yeah, and this time Hufanga is going to try and come around this way, and yet it leaves just a bit of a gap in there. Good block down on the outside there by Eric Saubert.
That's a real good
Bringing
run.
the 2 tight end look in there now and see if they can get a little something going on the edge.
Good run. Good run.
Bounce it to the outside.
5-yard gain. Good run.
47-yard line. It's a very good first down pickup on the ground.
Yeah, they're good at this. When they get under center and they can pound the football a little bit, their offensive line, they like the double teams, getting up to the next level, and it really sets you up for some play action passes. Still with that heavy set with those tight ends in there. It's a lot of beef up front.
Okay, 5-4, Garrett. From the 47-yard line, Monte Williams was slamming
Yard
in there
gain.
for a yard. Javon Kinlaw on the tackle. Eric Armstead not in the lineup tonight. Who weren't with us at the start of the game. Guy who hasn't missed a game in 4+ years. Foot injury, didn't practice all week. Not going here. And as the Broncos just keep going, Chris, it's going to wear down this San Francisco, or at least attempt to wear down their defense.
Well, they're
3rd and 3.
in and out pretty well, but they bring their frontline guys back in there now. Kerry Hyder had a nice play earlier in the game right now.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 3.
Mike Boone again in.
You convert here, man. You down to put some points on the board.
Wilson. 3rd and 3. Pressure picked up for the moment. Wilson lofts it nowhere but a
Pass interference.
Flag thrown from the back on the contact. Wilson also got hit at the end of the play.
Pass interference.
By Kerry Hyder, who Chris just mentioned. This is against the Niners in the secondary. Drive will continue.
before the pass was thrown. Holding.
Okay, holding.
Defense number 38.
First down.
That's the 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
So we mentioned Lenore earlier, a couple of good plays. Tag there.
They were trying to get that rub route going down the middle of the field again. You'll see the wide receivers crisscross down here trying to pick off one of the defenders right there, and that's where they saw the hole.
Drive following the safety. Broncos from the 41-yard line.
Good run.
Williams.
Good run.
Line started the other way. Fred Warner's been slowed and banged up a little bit in the last couple of runs on this series. Warner's the star linebacker. Armstead the star inside guy on the defensive front. Missing him tonight.
And he's a really good one when they have he and Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa on the same side. It is
Armstead hurt? I didn't know that.
They're starting to get this running game going. This is what I thought they could look like running the football. Now back to shotgun.
On 2nd and 4 inside with Williams.
They sent the blitz.
Away. Did for a second. But Demetrius
1 yard gain. Third down
Al-Shaair
again.
Being out, they have to find somebody else to come in. He's able to make the play there.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan thinks he has the best group of linebackers in football. Of course, with Al-Shaair out, a little bit different, but we really haven't seen Fred Warner make one of his sort of signature plays yet, you know? And one way to keep from that is just keep trying to pound it down there and let those offensive linemen get a push.
Third and 4.
3rd and 4. Wilson rolls to the right.
Wilson.
It's kind of a play we've seen him do a lot, but the timing way off. The pass
Terrible
high.
pass.
It'll bring up 4th down, and it'll bring on Brandon McManus.
Yeah, they
That's
punt.
a big
I mean,
miss
gonna
right
kick the
there,
field
Mike.
goal.
That is a big miss. That is an open receiver for a first down.
Yeah.
We've seen him miss a couple here in key situations now. Took the sack.
Yeah.
That was a first down. That was an easy one.
Yeah, exactly.
Field goal attempt coming for McManus, 53 yards. So I'll sneak this in quickly. The score is 7-5. There's only been one game in the history of the NFL that the final was 7-5. It was back in 1938. But McManus trying to change that and give the Broncos the
And
lead.
missed.
And it's still 7-5.
And
We
missed.
got a chance.
And missed.
Safety,
Oh, my
they move the ball
God.
down the field. Wilson missed a wide open receiver. McManus missed the field goal. Of course, 7-5.
This is. How y'all still up watching this chat? Like this is some piss poor Sunday night football. Like all this football right here should games like this should be flexed early in the season. You get a game like this, man, just flex it. But this is hard to watch. I could tell by the viewers in our chat, man, y'all really ain't watching the game like that. It's hard to watch. I ain't gonna lie, chat. If this continues, man, I might go ahead and end this chat, before the start of the 4th quarter. Because this is ridiculous. This is hard to watch. I ain't never seen no football this bad before, man, in recent memories. No, you know what? I'm lying. Well, no, because we watched that Green Bay Packers Minnesota Vikings game, the first game of the year, and that was a wipeout. But at least one side was actually doing something. I mean, Niners ain't doing nothing. Broncos ain't doing nothing. Broncos kicker missing field goals to go up a point to make it 8-7. It's amateur hour. I mean, this is pure comedy. It's amateur hour. Ooh, man, I'm tired too. I am tired. What you think about this game, chat? Let me know. Anybody in the live stream, let me know what you think about this. What you think about this game? It's hard to stay up for.
Way to frame next Sunday night's game. Mahomes against Brady. We'll have it for you on Sunday Night Football from Tampa. That is Jalen Moore. You see his career history of the 3 starts. The swing tackle comes in now for one of the best, Trent Williams, over at the left tackle spot.
And they put George Kittle over there to help him. Nope, now in motion. And back.
That starts from the 43-yard line. Niners touchdown middle of the first quarter. Nothing since. Bouncing it to the outside is Jeff Wilson with a first down.
Wow, good run.
40-yard line.
That's a good run.
Gain for Wilson.
They finally hit an outside zone. This is their signature play. Everybody on a line right down there. The back just find a hole, and Wilson jumps through it. That is a huge play for this offense. So much of what they do sets up off of that. And with the way these wide receivers block down the field, the chances for big plays.
Wilson again to the right
Stuffed
side.
at the line.
Almost no gain there. We talked about the running game, and you're really fond of the way Kyle Shanahan dials up the run game and the specifics of it. He said it's not a fun process to get as good as they are, and they are good.
They start working the technique of that during OTAs and the offseason. It is, they drill it into their heads. And so it's not going to be that big a deal for Jalen Moore to know the plays, but you can tell maybe a difference because they're running everything off to the right side since this series has started. And Trent Williams went out.
There goes Jimmy. Randy Gregory.
49, a loss of 10 as he got past that
Wow.
left tackle.
Wow.
Just too quick, right? Watch this move up, under. Here we go. This is signature stuff from Randy Gregory.
He got there in a hurry,
Dallas
too.
Cowboys did not want to see him go. Some language in the contract gave Gregory a problem, and so he is now a part of the Denver Broncos. That is second sack.
Big signing, had the big issues in Dallas during his career. The multiple suspensions. Dallas thought
49ers 0-6 on third down tonight.
Denver.
Crazy.
Third
Third
down,
and
Russ
18.
Sutton. This is third and 18.
It's going to be a screen somewhere.
Garoppolo looking across. And it's
It's a terrible pass.
Tried to get it to Brandon Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk's been strapped all game. He ain't got nothing going on. He been strapped.
And the Mile High fans yell incomplete. Part of their tradition.
Had a chance. It really did. Jimmy one-hopped this one. He was moving to his left, trying to make that throw, but that one had a chance.
There've been some misses from the quarterbacks.
There
tonight.
has. That's 7-5.
Still? Well, Waitman has punted 7 times. Wisnowski has punted 5. And this is his 6th. They get down him again. Oh, perfect.
Wow. All at the 3-yard line.
Done.
That's a good punt.
Moore was down there just in case, but Wisnowski had the left blinker on, goes out of bounds at the 4-yard line. There's Brian Greasy talked to Jimmy Garoppolo. Brian Greasy's part of a significant staff overhaul with San Francisco. Of course, Mike McDaniel with the undefeated Miami Dolphins, so some assistant coaches move around along the way. And Greasy was wearing a headset and makeup last year, now wearing a headset and ball cap. He went from the TV booth to position coach for the 49ers.
Yeah, and they've split up duties, haven't they? Chris Forster's been the run game coordinator, Bobby Slowick, the pass game coordinator. But it makes a difference, you know. I mean, they know with the Rams as well. You know, you keep losing coordinators. It takes a little while to adjust with that too.
Call San Francisco, call the Rams, said the next one was ready, right? His own end zone, Wilson.
Oh, my God.
And nearly intercepted.
Man, running back's not catching the
High
ball.
throw. Accuracy has been poor tonight.
I tell you, this type of coverage is just driving NFL quarterbacks crazy right now.
You got to catch the
idea
damn
that
ball.
you just don't have opportunities to throw the ball down the field and you have to be so efficient. You just can't make mistakes. When you start on your own 6-yard line,
Yeah.
you probably have to put a 15-play drive together when you're playing against that
They gonna
style
run the
defense
ball.
to score a touchdown.
That one was too high. Couldn't be caught. Gordon to go. No,
He fumbles.
Wilson on it. Wilson
And he
paid
fumbles.
attention as the ball came out and fortuitously bounces back to the quarterback at the 3-yard line. D'Amico Ryans knows.
I can't watch this, man. This is what is
does
this?
it feel like this whole game's been backed up inside the 10-yard
What
line?
is
Special
this?
teams and all the different plays. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs today, usually one of the great special teams in the league, struggle with their special teams, and tonight they've been brilliant.
Charvarius Ward.
This is hard to watch. Another 3rd and long for the Denver Broncos.
So he breaks that streak.
Another one.
Quarterback bails him out.
And they leaving the huddle late.
Wilson from his end zone. Through the hands of Mike Boone. And this has been bad.
Another 3 and out. Another 3 and out.
7th 3 and out.
Just catch the ball.
I'm out of comments. You know, you got to catch the ball. Sometimes it's not anything the coach is dreaming up, or just catch the ball. Somebody make a play.
It's been all the way around. You're right.
Yeah.
Carlos Waitman one more time. The lefty punter. Room to return for Ray
At the 50.
Right at the midfield strike.
It's a 10-yard gain. At the Broncos 40.
14 punts, 12 points. Alex Singleton's
14 punts, 12 points.
So the Wilson numbers now through 11 quarters. There you see what he was the first 2 weeks, and tonight only 126 through the air.
You just wonder what's going through his mind, right? One of the great competitors around. You wonder if he's starting to think, I'm just going to have to scramble around and make some plays. One of the really good plays they had is that little chest pass when he scrambled. And I don't know, maybe get him on the edge some, let him try and make some plays, because right now this offense is stuck.
Best field position for the Niners at the 41. Deebo Samuel in the backfield, takes the pitch. Bradley
Good defense.
And everybody else gets to
Good
him.
defense.
Samuel gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Good defense.
That should bring
Way
us
to
to
sniff
the
that
end
one out.
of quarter number 3.
3rd downs tonight, combined 3 of 20.
Niners jump the ball here. We'll see if they'll snap it. And they will not. Well, they've said this in a while. Only scoring in the quarter, a safety. After 3, San Francisco 7, Denver 5. Sunday Night Football continues in the Mile High City. After these messages.
All right, so thank God, man. We got one more quarter of this mess. 2 points scored in the whole quarter. San Francisco up 7-5. How ugly is that? Yeah, Chad. This an ugly one. This one hard to swallow and watch. Pause. Back hurt, sitting in his nut ass gaming chair this whole time. Had a long day. We got to sit here and suffer and watch this. Unreal. If anybody in the chat who ain't liked the video for me, definitely go ahead and hit that like button. Any support and love is definitely appreciated and needed. Definitely trying to grow the channel. So just go ahead and hit that like button for me if you could, please. I'm going to try to switch up the lighting, maybe sometime this week. Get some lighting going, I'm going to try to get the stream. I'm going to try to get a better quality stream too. Some better quality video. So it could be a lot crisper. So I'm, trying to work on it. Trying to work chat. I'm trying. We gonna get it though. We definitely gonna get it. Hey, but put it in the chat, man. Let me know who y'all think gonna win this 7-5 football game. This is a mess. Can't believe I'm watching this.
Aerial coverage is brought to you by Geico. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark with you.
Hit the like button. Anybody in the chat ain't hit that like button yet? Definitely, please hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate it.
Funny game football sometimes.
Sometimes it is. Yes.
Are we at Coors Field or are we at Power Field at Mile High?
I tell you though, the Broncos have executed their game plan. This 5-down lineman look, the plan of taking away Debo and George Kittle has worked.
Second down and 10 for Jimmy Garoppolo. The Denver
Second and
41.
10.
Pressure coming. He gets hit. Lofts it up. It is caught. Jennings.
I don't know if he caught that.
No. He was juggling.
Yeah, he didn't catch that.
DeJuan couldn't pull it in.
Jimmy D got popped in the pocket too.
Watch this shot that Jimmy Garoppolo takes on this one.
Exactly. He got
just
popped.
Wonder if Jalen Moore really didn't know what to do on that one and didn't pick him up, and his quarterback paid the price for it. I think they come right back with another stunt to that same side and make sure Jalen Moore knows who to block.
All right, let's see. Third and 10. San Fran 0 for 7 on third down. Go figure.
Third and 10. Broncos bring it 5. And Garoppolo will swing it out. Wilson makes a man miss in the open field.
He's short. A yard short.
First down. A field goal from here is 50 yards.
Fourth down. 4th and 1.
Gold is coming up.
4th and a long
Kyle
one.
Shanahan said, I know what kind of game this is. I'll take 3 points all day.
All right, so they're going for the field goal.
So we mentioned Robbie at 39 is the oldest kicker in the NFL. He's 13th all-time in points scored. This is a 51-yarder. 53 has been as long as the last 7 years, but we are at altitude. And Robbie.
And, yep, he got it. Good kick. Good kick.
Robbie Gould knocks through the field goal. I talked to him on the field before the game. He's got 3 boys at home. His boys have a fantasy team.
San Francisco up
said, you should take Justin
10-5.
No, Dad, we're taking you. So, boys, Dad got you 3 there.
Hit the 3-run homer.
And George Kittle, man, every point, every yard, a battle here tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
As Garoppolo and the Niners take advantage of the defense hold, the punt caught at midfield with a nice return, and now Nathaniel Hackett's team in a 5-point hole.
But it doesn't matter, right? I mean, you're playing for first place tonight. Both these teams, they win the game, they're tied for first place. All you need is one drive. You just need to put it together one time, and you got the lead. And then count on your defense, which has been playing great. Now they just need to have that one drive. They really need for Russell Wilson to create some magic now.
He shouldn't have to create magic. Well, all these weapons and his own line is the coaching.
You have to wake your team up, and it is definitely Russell Wilson time right now.
Montrell Washington, touchback is Gold. It didn't kick off the last 3 years. He's kicking off this year. So the possession chart wasn't pretty in the first half. It continues to be that way here in the second half for Denver.
3-3 announced the second
30th
half.
Offensive possession of this young season, and they've got 2 touchdowns to show for it.
Well, the other part of this is that the 49ers have really fixed their cornerback slot, at least to their belief. Emmanuel Mosley and Charvarius Ward on the outside makes them a little different team right now.
First and 10 for the Broncos. Let's see what they do.
Javonte Williams, the running back.
2-3 yard game.
3 yards on that one. Hassan Ridgeway. One of that rotation inside with the tackle.
Yeah, Ridgeway coming over from the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's stepping into big shoes with Eric Armstead not playing in there. But now this is going to really come down to if they can take away the running game of the Denver Broncos. Can the Broncos put together anything in the passing game.
Second and 7. Wilson stepping up. There's
He going deep.
on the field.
Oh,
Out of the hands of Judy. Charvarius Ward.
good
Guy who they brought
defense.
from Kansas City to shore up the
Good
corner.
defense.
He was back there in coverage. It was close. Judy almost had the home run ball.
They did. They caught him in that quarters coverage, though, which leaves them vulnerable to this kind of route. Nice route by Judy outside. Back straight through the post. He's got it. He's got
Good
it.
defense.
Was it tipped? It was
Yeah, it was.
tipped.
It was tipped.
There he
Good
is.
defense.
There's Charvarius Ward. We talked about him. He has given them that man-to-man coverage element against the best receivers in the league, and they are pumped up about his play.
37. Wilson saw a little.
3rd and 7. Another 3rd and long for the Broncos.
Here comes Lenore. He's picked up. Wilson takes off.
Ew.
Reached forward, trying to get the first down.
He got the first.
It's going to be very close. Dre Greenlaw, remember the Sunday night game in 2019? Seattle had that goal line stop in the game for the division.
He got the first.
Stop there, and it will be just short. 4th and inches.
4th and inches.
What's
You
the
go
decision
for it,
here?
man.
10-5.
Call the play.
35-yard line.
This is a power running team. And ordinarily you say, no question about it. Let's take a look.
Yeah, he got it.
Extend over that line. I think I would argue yes.
Yeah, he got it.
Part of what they're talking about here in terms of what do you do? Do you throw your challenge flag? The play clock is running down. It's at 5. And now, I believe the challenge flag is thrown. Yes. Just
Yeah, he got it. That was clear.
Denver is challenging the ruling on the field of the runner being short of the line to gain. Timeout.
So, does it break the plane of the 35-yard line? And this is a first down. The decision in a moment.
It's clear he got the first down, man. Appreciate y'all hanging there with me, chat. Because this has been a hard game to watch. But I definitely appreciate the love and support. You can be back at it tomorrow. Dallas Cowboys. New York Football Giants. Monday Night Football. That one should be a good one. Hopefully Cooper Rush plays half decent. It makes the game competitive. This will definitely be our first time seeing the Giants, too. They look new and improved, man. They look new and improved. So we definitely going to see how this works out. They look good. See me trying to keep my damn eyes open, man. It's hard out this joint. They ain't in the commercial yet either.
Harry McCauley, bring you in. Why?
Al, Mike, this is not a forward progress play. He's falling forward. He's not being held such as forward progress is stopped. So it's going to be the foremost point of the ball when his knee is down. He doesn't get that where he stretches. Like I said, not forward progress.
What?
So it's not like the goal line there.
It is not like the goal line. It's the foremost point of the ball when his knee's down.
So they lose the challenge.
Oh my God! How?
They lost the challenge in the first.
It was
half.
clear.
For the balance of the quarter until we get to the 2-minute warning, and then it all happens from upstairs. Thank you, Terry. Could have called you Mike or Dean. Kick back to the 13-yard line.
I just want to declare that it happened to him first. I just want it noted right now, Mr. Never Make a Mistake, it happened to you first.
And you know, I wasn't going to let him go on it, right? It's all good. So San Francisco will take over at the 13-yard line after the game's 15.
They done blew a couple calls, man.
Russell Wilson trying to pump
They
his
done
guys
blew a
up.
couple calls.
That's one thing with Russell Wilson. There's an eternally positive nature to Russell Wilson. He's always finding that one bit of sunshine in the cloudy day, and he's trying to express some of that to his teammates on the sideline. His mom always used to say, "Son, you're a problem solver. Always thinking about ways to fix things. You got to fix this quick." The 13, the corner pressure came. Garoppolo throws.
That's pass interference.
Putting the toes down. All-time Harvard fullback.
Kyle Juszczyk looking like a daggone wide receiver.
First of all, you've got Juszczyk, a fullback, who's going out there, right? And then you've got Bradley Chubb running in perfect coverage. And now look at the toe drag swag. I know what's going to be on NFL Network this week. That is awesome. I have never, ever seen a
That's a
fullback.
good catch by a fullback.
That was
That's
great.
a hell of a catch.
A night devoid of highlights. There's one. The 37. It's run with Jeff Wilton for a couple of yards. So we told you that Trent Williams went out. You saw a drive with Jalen Moore at left tackle. Now Colton McKivitz, a third-year man out of West Virginia, who has some starts under his belt, including Week 18 last year. He's in there at left tackle.
So now into the game comes Juwan Jennings, who is at times an angry blocker. This guy can get under the skin of people. We've seen him get people ejected before. Number 15 down in the slot. Let's see if he can create a lane here.
2nd and 8.
2nd and 8. Garoppolo's throw caught by Kittle. The 44-yard line for Kittle. It's catch number 4. Been targeted 5 times
All right,
tonight.
3rd and short.
But nothing very deep.
Yeah, this is really what's been missing here so far, because when George Kittle is completely right, you put him on one side. That time they had Debo over on that same side, create some one-on-ones, and he's going to be the guy. You just wonder now that they're starting to get it going again, and Jimmy Garoppolo is starting to get that feeling with his old favorite target again.
DJ Jones out of the lineup the last few series for Denver, being evaluated for a
All right,
head
3rd and 3.
So their great defensive tackle inside isn't in there. 3rd and 3. Pressure comes. Garoppolo throws.
Wow, good defense.
On the back end, another
Good
former
defense.
49er, K'Wan Williams.
Good defense.
To knock it away.
They still over on 3rd down.
Probably the toughest play to try and defend. Man-to-man coverage, this little halfback option. It's a dream scenario, and Garoppolo just missed it. Just threw it behind him. He had it.
Behind you.
So Mitch Wishnowsky, for the 7th time tonight, signed a 4-year contract extension last week. Good through the 2026 season. Earned almost all of it here tonight. It's a tumbler that does not bounce the right way for the 49ers. Kicked his 56th and at just 36. First start of the year for Jimmy Garoppolo. Hasn't been pretty. 14.
All right. Same-ish. Nothing spectacular. Nothing to talk about. Quarterback missing receivers. Terrible 3rd down conversion rates for both teams. This is more of the same. What you gonna say? More of the same. Let me know, chat, what y'all getting into this week? Who going back to work tomorrow? I ain't gonna lie, personally, me, man, I might take tomorrow off. I need some sleep. I am dead tired. Let me know what y'all doing tomorrow, chat. I'm taking off tomorrow. I need time to rest. Had a long week. Hopefully, I should be done this installation, this nice large installation I've been working on for the past 3-4 weeks. I should be done with that. I think I'm gonna actually start my process of getting my passport too. When I'll go ahead and get my passport, hopefully I have it before December. Time to start, getting out, seeing different things. So let me know. Let me know, man, how y'all, what y'all traveling been like this year too.
On Peacock.
I'm always open to different ideas,
the attendance, which is 75,000
different places to visit.
Then
So
they put up
let me know.
1,765 no-shows. The fans boo. They have a long sellout streak here in Denver. 3 and outs. Russell Wilson 8. thus far
Angel,
tonight, the
what's
most
going
in
on? How
his
you
career.
doing?
But even with that, it's
Appreciate
only
you
a
hanging out
5-point
with me,
game,
man.
10 minutes and 14 seconds left in this
Game
one.
definitely trash, but definitely appreciate the love. How you been?
Nowhere to go for Williams. His 13th carry will keep him on 56 yards.
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan, man. Born and raised in
I
Philly.
tell you, I can see the
So,
confidence
this is what I bleed.
that the 49ers now have in these two cornerbacks. They're not afraid
Nice,
to bring
man. Where you
Bonga
from?
down
Let me know
and
where
play
you
the
from.
run. They were anticipating run there. They got it. And at least so far, Russell Wilson is not checking to anything deep when he does get the single coverage.
Let me know what area you from. What team you follow.
Straight drop back.
Good pass.
First out of Courtland
Good
Sutton.
pass.
Walking with the 29 with 3rd and 1 coming up for Denver, which is more manageable than most of their third downs.
Okay, you
they've had
from
tonight.
Cali. I'm assuming you a
so
San
far this
Fran
season,
fan.
we really have not
What
seen
you think
Russell
about your
Wilson
team?
running, and it's been one of the
It ain't
things
been
that's
too
been
good
drilled in his
today.
head, I
If this your
think,
team,
is
it ain't
that
been
trying to
looking
protect him.
good.
They're trying to do some of the things they did with Aaron
San
Rodgers.
Fran, your team.
But occasionally, you need a play, right? And he's really good at that.
Ran on average almost 90 times a season in his first 9 years, only 43 times last year. Gets it inside
Good
give,
run.
and the second push from Melvin Gordon with the first down out to the
Okay.
33-yard line.
What you think about your team season so far, man?
Yeah, it's been tough.
I know Trey
right?
Lance
I mean,
hurt y'all,
for
man.
offenses
and
in general out
Jimmy,
here,
man, he been playing like straight
that
trash
one you
today.
can tell they just weren't
What you
in
think
sync,
about their
not on the
performance so
same
far?
page. A little hesitation by the receiver, a drop pass by Boone. You go right down the list. That's what it's looked like tonight. They've had opportunities.
The 33-yard line. Wilson out his legs is Bosa. He got out of that one and fires and
Good
throws
pass.
it
Who
away.
get out of that?
Don't underestimate that play. The difference in that play, not taking that sack, because every time they've had a negative play, they've been punting. This time, great move there by Bosa.
I'm assuming you mean it's all right.
Comes out of that, stays on.
I mean,
his
your defense
feet
is
and
good.
Just maintain
And
second
you
and
know
10
when
and have a
Debo
chance.
and Kittle get the ball in their hands, they make some things happen. But
So that closed
the
in
guys
his
are
second
over
sack of the
on
night,
3rd
second
down.
pick in the 2019 draft.
He gets that right on.
I get your guys like 0 for 7 or 0 for 8 on 3rd down. That ain't gonna win you a whole lot of football games. He overthrew it.
And incomplete. The push on Cam Fleming was coming from that Bosa rush. Off to Wilson's right.
I ain't gonna lie, your defense look good
I wonder
though.
if he flinched.
Defense
just a
definitely
little
look good,
bit here.
especially that pass rush.
You know, he's been working the middle
I think
of the
they
field
said
a little bit
Armstead
more
is
than I'm
hurt.
used to seeing
So once I get Armstead back, man, y'all gonna be rolling. Y'all definitely gonna be rolling.
Right there. That young man is, we have him ranked as the second best safety in the game right now. And after tonight, he might be number 1. Nathan Fitzpatrick, the only one rated higher.
3rd and 10. Kendall Hinton is in the slot. He's the one making a hand gesture as Wilson. Nothing open. Now taking off and throwing on the run.
Good pass. Good pass, Russell. Good pass.
Kendall Hinton.
That's a great pass.
First down. That's the guy.
God damn, that's a great
essentially
pass.
Was the emergency quarterback. He didn't start that game with COVID a few years ago, but came in and played all the rest of it.
There's Russell Wilson. We've seen these a few times, and every
That's a
once
great
in a while,
pass. That's a dime.
$250 million man to do something like that. That was fantastic.
Second catch of the year for him from the 40, Wilson.
Run. Why are you stuttering? Run.
Greenlaw hit hard by Javarius Ward. Beautiful. Can I ask you something about Ward?
Hey,
Because he's come
Angel,
over
what
from
y'all
Kansas
think
City,
what you
and
think
they're
your
talking
record
about
going to
how
be this
great he
year?
is as a cover
Or
corner.
where you see
Interesting.
your
Was he
team
that way
going?
and that good in Kansas City?
Yeah, he was under a lot of pressure there. They had, he gave up some plays because they did.
What you
play
see the
so much
Niners?
man-to-man
What you see the
coverage.
Niners doing
San
this year?
Francisco didn't have anybody that they trusted to do it.
Sutton's up there at the top, either looking for attention or trying to figure out what the play call is. Wilson goes that way to the back of the backfield and is lost.
Come on, this dude fumbling.
By Gordon.
This
Is it
is
a
some
complete
crap.
pass? Let's see. For the moment being ruled complete, fumble recovered, and over there at the 36.
Early in the field is a catch and a fumble recovered by the receiving player. It's third down for the offense.
Boy, what a big break there for the Denver Broncos when they needed it most. And now you can begin to think in terms of what do you want to do with this situation, right?
You mean 2 plays or 1?
2 plays or 1, cut it. A field goal definitely would be a factor here. With the double-A blitz coming at him.
Wilson climbs the pocket, takes off, first down, 23-yard
Good run. Good run.
That's it. That's what you got to do, right? The minute he sees these 2 blitzers back out of here, you see how wide those guys are. He knows he has a chance. And yeah, you want to keep Russell Wilson protected, but not when you're down 10-5 and the crowd's booing.
Exactly.
He's getting it going. This drive.
Russell's starting to cook. I'll tell you that. This is what this dude is known for.
I mean, a little bit, let's ride.
He's riding all right.
He cooking. He's starting to cook right now.
Now single coverage at the top. If they want to take a shot at something down the field, he's audibling something.
Number 24, Wilson going that way.
Good pass. Good pass. Good pass.
First trip in the red zone tonight.
That was golden. That was golden right there. That's Russell Wilson. He finally saw that one-on-one coverage out there. And one thing that's tough to do with
Courtland Sutton, that's a good route
So
too.
he throws back shoulder.
That's a good route too.
A couple of scrambles, a good audible, and now Russell Wilson is in a groove now. Can they score in the red zone? Because this has been the problem.
2 games, 22 plays, no touchdowns. They've run 18 pass plays and 4 runs inside the 20 this year. Running the inside, Gordon spinning, turning down.
Come on, Gordon. Get square. Go right through the hole. Second and goal from the 1.
Bring a couple of tight ends and an extra offensive lineman in, as you see.
Second and goal from the 1.
Issues have been a problem.
And they've had their 2 turnovers were both fumbles. So after you watch that play, you're thinking, all right, no brainer. We're going to run it at least one more time to see what happens. And I think what you're going to see are the 49ers very tight in their formation. And any chance probably is going to be
Second and goal from the 1.
3 tight ends, extra offensive line.
Damn, touchdown. Touchdown. They finally got on the damn board for a touchdown. $12 plays, 80 yards. 6-minute drive. There we go.
They did everything right? They had the tight split, so you're going to go off the edge. They read it perfectly. That entire drive was just picture perfect, and it was Russell Wilson.
He finally got in the daggone end zone.
Wilson. That's the first time, really, we've seen that, at least so far here tonight.
I guess they're going to go for 2.
Going for 2 here at
Make it 13-10 instead of 11-10.
Doing out of the shotgun. And Wilson for the 2.
Oh, it was tipped. Damn, it was tipped.
Javonte Williams, Javon Kinlaw's big arm got in the way.
All right, so Denver with the touchdown. Missed 2-point conversion. Denver up.
Denver
11-10.
to 10.
Denver is up 11-10. It's gonna be a wild finish. I definitely don't see Jimmy Garoppolo driving them down the field, especially the way he's been playing. He been playing like stone cold trash this second half. Hot garbage. Hot garbage. But you know, we'll see though. Is anybody in the chat that hasn't liked the video for me? Definitely go ahead and like the video for me, please. Any love and support is definitely appreciated. Definitely needed. Trying to build the family over here. If you like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me too. We definitely gonna be doing some football. Some playoff baseball. Basketball is right around the corner, so we're gonna be doing a lot of that. Boxing events. So, you know, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me too. Hit that like button for me. And also too, man, let me know what y'all want to view. I'm open to certain games, man, as long as they make sense. If y'all want to watch something or tune into something specific, just let me know. Just let me know. But Denver up 11-10. Game audio back. Denver up 11-10. Russell Wilson came alive during that drive, so we're going to see if Jimmy G can answer.
Joe Montana's fourth away in the Broncos' most lopsided game in Super Bowl history.
Anybody in the chat that hasn't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button for me. I would definitely appreciate it.
Start from 25. More Russell-like that drive.
All right, let's ride along with Russell Wilson here. This is what he's supposed to look like, right? Buy a little time. Let his receivers adjust downfield. A big scramble here to keep the drive going, and this was the best one. The audible he called, you could hear it at the line of scrimmage. Back shoulder throw.
That's a good throw,
Finish
too.
it off with the exact right run play. Bingo. That looked like what it was supposed to look like.
Well, this play sounds the way it should. It's jumping. Gregory hits Garoppolo, but Jimmy got rid of it. Gain of 7 to Jeff Wilson.
That pass rush on Jimmy too. They on Jimmy like white on rice.
Pretty good by
they
Jimmy
on his
Garoppolo,
ass
too. He had a tiny little window to hop through just to be able to make that throw.
Remember, Chris, no Trent Williams, so Colton McKivitz, another drive at left tackle. With either Chubb or Gregory probably going at him.
And it makes it hard. You want to leave your tight end in there, but you don't want to leave George Kittle in.
Garoppolo gets it out quick. It's high.
Can't be throwing that, man. The wide receiver screens. You gotta watch that.
Yeah, and let's give
3rd and 3.
Ronald Darby.
San Fran, 3rd and 3. They over on 3rd and 3. They peeped it.
Big 3rd down, and this would be an interesting decision whether or not you wanted to try and you could run it twice if you made that commitment.
3:31. Niners full complement of timeouts.
0 for 9 on 3rd down tonight. San Fran. 0 for 9.
Empty out of the backfield. Garoppolo's throw.
Oh, good catch. Good catch. Good catch.
For the first down at the 30,
Darby was right there. Good catch.
I thought this was the pick 6. I really did. When he wound up to throw that one, I would go, Darby is in the perfect position. perfect. He's thrown it to Juwan Jennings on the outside. If that throw was not that exact, that's a touchdown for the Broncos. Wow, what a throw in a big, big situation.
Clock moving here, 2:50 remaining. The 37, that is in the middle for Ray McLeod with a catch there at the 48-yard line.
First down.
It's interesting. They wound the clock on the sideline after the catch to kind of signal timeout. That was interesting that he went out and the clock was running. We are under 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's one of the things this Broncos defense does when they play a slot nickel. Generally, he plays outside edge on the slot receiver, and the 49ers believe they might be able to get inside that for some plays.
To the 48-yard line. Denver bringing 4. Garoppolo protected.
Oh, interception!
Jonas Griffith on the deflection.
Wow, Jimmy. I mean, good defense, but you can't force that one, Jimmy. Wow. No, Jimmy.
Game not over yet. 2:06. 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts. But a big one here for the Broncos.
There's nobody to
Can't do that, Jimmy.
K'Wan Williams that way, so he's going to sneak this way, knowing that's
Wow,
where
that
the
was
3
a terrible.
receivers are.
That's a terrible throw.
Gets his hands on the
That's
ball.
a terrible
That's
read.
Jackson.
It's a terrible read. It's a terrible. Where was you throwing it to?
They had that one blanketed. That was a ball really should not have been thrown.
Hell no, it shouldn't have been thrown.
Broncos have personnel
Hell
issues here.
no.
They're subbing guys in and out. Fortunately for them, the play clock had not started. It's just been blown into play as Denver takes over at the 42-yard line.
Wow,
Griffin, the
man.
second-year
Wow.
was traded from San Francisco. Comes up with the INT.
Denver up 11-10. 2:06 left.
See if this play takes us to the 2-minute warning. There's a run to the right with Williams. That gets
2-minute warning.
2-minute mark. So San Francisco stops them using their timeouts here. They will get the ball back with time. And, of course, in Denver, you get around the 40-yard line. Once you cross midfield, you got a chance at a legit makeable field goal attempt. But with Robbie Gould, it's probably around the 35 or 36.
Heavy traffic in there. Yeah, you want to get it to your favorite player, but that lurking player on the backside, because there was no presence of another receiver, freed up Kareem Jackson to come in there and make that.
San Fran blew them. They blew this.
There he is, right there.
They blew the money the whole
He
game.
has had a great game plan, and
Wow.
he was telling me, he goes, look, I'm willing to let some people beat me, but it's not going to be Deebo Samuel or George Kittle. And that time they were all over Deebo Samuel.
And with his 5 years with the Rams, there's such familiarity. And with Nathaniel Hackett's knowledge from playing San Francisco when he was with Green Bay, and Russell Wilson's not just knowledge, but dominance over the Niners, 16-4 over his career. On both sides of the ball for Denver, in a game you play once every 4 years on the schedule, there was great familiarity with what San Francisco brings to the table.
And the Rams defense in the 2 regular season games basically allowed them to run. But come playoff time, they switched strategies, and I would say Ebro is much more of what they did in the playoff game now.
2nd and 9.
Full complement
Second
timeouts
and 9.
2nd and 9. Toss to Williams.
Good defense.
Truly no gain.
Good defense. No gain. 3rd and 9.
Flanagan falls
San
over
Fran
there
called
for the tackle
timeout.
and stopped at 155.
Yeah, and again, the challenge is an issue, right? And so they did burn a timeout, but because of the 2-minute warning, they should be fine if they can make a stop here.
It's down to here, you get the stop, and you could end up with a timeout end time. And it's always that 3rd and 9 question. What do? Do you throw the ball here on 3rd and 9? Or you just run it, force them to use their timeout, and just give them one less club in their bag to try to come back and win the game?
You know, for me, it wouldn't matter. That's so much time.
Yep, I agree.
You know, there's plenty for a field goal. I'm doing whatever I have to do here. The quarterback just coming off his best drive of the game. think you have to trust him.
All right, 3rd and 9. Here we go.
3rd and 9.
They ran the ball.
And Fonga came around from the edge, almost got him. Eventually tackled by Fred Warner. The timeout
All
comes
right,
at
4th down.
151. And the punting unit will come on, and San Francisco does what it had to do to stay alive in this one.
I mean, time really shouldn't be a factor here, right?
Yep, right.
I mean, it's a non-factor. So that play call, it just didn't matter.
All right, so San Fran got two. San Fran got one timeout left. Denver got 2. 151 left.
Difference on that one.
We've been talking about the punters so much, and this becomes the 10th punt for Corliss Waitman. We said coming into this
10
game,
punts.
he only had 13 in his career. Kicked a couple of games in Pittsburgh last year. See what the Niners will do, come after him or not. Juwan Jennings got close earlier in the game. Well protected by Denver.
Good punt.
Cloud's got some space here.
Oh, you fumbled!
He's got to get on it at the 15-yard line. Let's see that scramble. Bottom of the pile there. Oh, boy. That was a tough-to-catch wobbler. And
Oh, he got it. San Francisco got it. San Francisco got it.
Ruling on the field is the punt was recovered by the receiving team. It's San Francisco's ball. 1st down.
49ers have had their mistakes of their own. First, it was Jimmy G with
Wow.
the fumble. And then Jimmy G with a stroll out of the back of the end zone for the safety. And the interception on the last one. So they've had opportunities. And again, it does not matter. It all comes down to this.
Safety's the difference in the game right now.
Yeah.
There's been one 11-10 game in the history of the NFL. Pittsburgh.
All right, here we go.
2008. They've got to get
2-minute drive.
35 or so
Empty set.
for goals to have a chance.
One timeout left. 142.
So they need 50
That's
yards.
offsides, ain't it?
Garoppolo chased. Garoppolo
Wow.
sacked. Brought down by Bradley Chubb.
Bradley Chubb.
And a big loss of a dozen.
So far, the difference in this game has been the loss of Trent Williams. It really has been. You can't spike it here. Obviously, you need the down.
12-yard sack, choosing not to use that last time out. Cost about 15 seconds. Garoppolo just trying to get it out. Wilson has it on the
Oh, he fumbled.
football.
Wow.
Denver's got it.
Wow.
Denver's got
They done forced the damn fumble. Wow.
Kareem Jackson comes up.
Wow. 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 Way to lose the game. What a way to lose the game. What a way to lose the game. What a way to lose the game.
6 TB knocked it out.
Wow. What a way to lose. Got stripped
such
from
a
behind.
great play. PJ Locke. Sometimes it's the guys.
At least we got
that
some
least
action
expect
towards the end of the
to
game.
come up with the huge plays, and there it is.
Kyle Shanahan was hot. You saw him there. I think he thought there may have been an offside, but that wasn't called. That's what he was complaining about. Victory formation for Wilson and the Broncos. Let's watch.
It was definitely. I thought it was offsides.
Draymond Jones on the inside.
I thought it was offsides.
That's really close. Well, this has to feel good for Nathaniel Hackett as the Niners took that final timeout.
That's a good win.
There's a couple more snaps here, Chris. It's been a long week for
It's a
Nathaniel.
good win.
He does have a win, right? Although it didn't feel like it after the Houston game because there was more angst about clock management and decisions. But to get this one at home and get the home crowd on your side, and
That's a good W,
Paul
man.
Hackett, his dad,
Defense
with a
definitely
smile on
stepped
his
up.
face.
Defense
You
stepped up.
really knew all you needed to know about Nathaniel Hackett from Aaron Rodgers, didn't you? After our conversations
Yeah,
with
you're right.
him, I mean,
You're
he just said
Wow.
that's a hole that
What
can't
a
build.
way
The
to
relationship
lose
that
the
I
game.
had, the trust I had in him,
Sack,
the ability
then a
to
fumble.
communicate. and get my ideas across without offending anybody.
At least they gave us some fireworks towards the end of the game, man. Because this thing was a bore fest for the first 3.5 quarters.
So the process is going to be a long one. But you hang your hat on that last drive. You watch that last drive about 50 times.
Yeah.
And because really,
Yeah.
I've been kind of waiting to see Russell Wilson. We all know what he's been, right? We've seen what he's been able to accomplish. And he.
All right, family. So that's it, man. That's it. Broncos pulled it out at the very end. Final score 11-10. It was hard to watch for most of the game, man, but they came through and they gave us an exciting one towards the half. Russell Wilson with the last minute, with the last drive. Broncos defense stepping up, forcing 2 turnovers, crucial plays, sacks, pass breakup. So they definitely pulled it through. So I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me, man. We're gonna be here tomorrow. Cowboys, Giants, Monday Night Football. Definitely should be a banger. The end of week out. So hopefully everybody's safe at home. If not, get home safe. We gotta get up, go to work tomorrow. But I definitely enjoyed y'all company. Definitely like the video. If you want to see more content, subscribe. But until next time, family, I get at y'all, man. Good night.